ones who watch us. Hello.
None
Hey
of them
guys,
on.
did you guys 9/11 was an inside job?
Hey.
Help us.
Hey.
Our
It's
DM,
not November,
our
not
DM
nut.
really beats us.
Off.
I don't think you guys are morons for watching us. I
Thank you.
think if you ever paid
Thank
money
you.
to us, you'd probably be
I was waiting
morons.
until
But I'd
someone
also
added it.
take.
Yeah,
money.
it's not domestic. It's accepted.
Yeah, it's residential.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're live now, and my brain just literally turned off for a minute there. Wow.
Oh, I can repeat what we were saying.
No. So, basically, this is your last night in Trajon, according to your own plans. I'm assuming you'd be leaving pretty much immediately after the cart was done. So this would put you all in the feast hall at the last dinner with the queen.
Merrick's not gonna be there. He's gonna be with the cart. Making sure it's all tuned up, ready.
That's fine.
No Nut November.
Kind of had a
All right,
feeling.
Merrick.
Yeah. So, as you guys are sitting kind of around the dinner table, where would everyone want to be? In reference to the queen.
I would like to be sitting, if there's an open seat, like beside her, but like not at the head of the table, of course. Off to the side.
Yeah.
I'll sit next to Dora.
Okay. Green Knight.
How big's this table? Is it like
It's a
bunch of
decent
people?
size. It's a decent sized table.
Sit at the other end of the table.
There's like a
Yeah.
good 30 people.
I would probably sit.
Very long.
Are there? So like being here for 6 months, we probably have like people that we're talking to besides our group, right?
I'd imagine.
Yeah. So like I'd be talking to like other clerics maybe that were there.
Yeah, there's definitely at least one other cleric there.
I
Okay.
have a friend who I talk to in my mind.
Can the cart fit in the room?
Not.
He just tries
No.
it in.
It's like Halo. It's like Halo when you try and get.
You
the-
did
the
you
truck
did say
through
the
door.
doors were big.
The
They
doors
did say the
are
doors were
big,
big.
but you have to remember that there's a lot of smaller doors you have to get through
We,
first.
we,
just- oh,
we,
I have
hold
multiple-
on, no, we need to take
Yeah.
another 4 months to make a rotating platform inside
Yep.
the dining hall.
Did you make it foldable, like a foldable table, kind of? For, like,
It
to
fits
move to
into a
motorcycle?
suitcase, right?
To a motorcycle?
Didn't think about that. Should've
You
done
know
that.
those foldable stocks on like a rifle? It's like that, right?
So, question. He's got a point. I do have Halo experience. Can I fit
No.
Halo.
Merrick has been down bad on some Halo in the early days of the Hive.
it? Yeah.
We only had a little bit. Yeah, no. No. So, firstly, yeah, so that's where you're sitting. As you guys are kind of, as a first course, you know, and I think you've gotten used to a little bit of luxury at this point. Usually, most places you buy food, eat, and then you just chill. This place is like, every meal is like, especially dinner, is like several courses. And then the first course kind of gets served, and just idle chit chat going around the table, and then you work your way through the courses, and finally the queen kind of looks at you, given you're adjacent right there. Well, you are ready to do this. This is it.
I believe that I'm as ready as I can be. Something to note that Dora kind of used to sit with kind of a slouch, like not like a hunchback, but like
Yeah.
he used to have a little bit of a slouch. He is sitting with his back straight.
Fix his posture. He should probably work on it.
Yep. I just made everyone self-conscious, and everyone
Yeah,
just went to go
yeah.
fix their posture.
Posture check, yeah. Yeah. Very well. Then we will supply you the water, and it will all be at the stables when you are ready tomorrow. I do not see your
he I can only assume that he is spending his moments with a contraption that he's made.
Ah, the cart.
Yes.
Yes, he
the
was
cart-
riding around the city.
He
not
keeps
only
on calling it
to-
a warthog for some reason, but I don't know. I don't know what
the
that's
official
about.
name for it is Buggy.
Buggy. That's pretty good.
Nice.
I like
Yeah,
the
that's
name.
fun. Yeah, I like
That's
that.
good.
Yeah. Very well. Then I guess we will be fine without supper. Um, is there anything else we can do for you before you go?
Not for me, no, but maybe for these two. And I gesture at Elias and Mr. McKnight.
I would like some cinnamon roll. Go, please.
And Polo. And I.
Polo's managed to fashion himself like a beret. of the bits.
How did I think he was gonna wear that? How did I just know he was gonna somehow get there?
Does he actually have clothes on now? Because all we gave him was a rag.
He
for this whole
still
time.
has the sheet, but he also now has a beret.
I would like to request a larger sheet.
So this one's
Request
fine.
some armor for this guy. Come on.
I think any armor we give him lowers his armor class.
You're quick, Nate. Yeah, well, Mr. McKnight, is there anything you would like before you depart in the morning?
I don't believe so. I think I've seen enough around here, and I feel gracious that you've allowed us to come.
You,
And stay.
Elias?
I'm perfect. You helped me as much as you could. Thank you.
Indeed.
Yeah. We do thank you for your generosity. I reach over to pat the carpet that's hopefully still here.
It's like got its own seat. Not eating or anything, but it is just sitting.
This is
All right.
talking.
It's like miming the act of eating, like with fork and knife. But
There's just a
nothing on the
pile of
plate.
food. Oh damn.
Yeah, it's
All right.
just, it just wants to fit.
It just wants to be accepted.
I keep
By the
forgetting
way,
you guys
like-
have that birthday.
I'm talking to forgot her name a lot more. Like
Gwendolyn.
Queen.
oh yeah, Gwendolyn. I'm talking to her a lot more.
Yes,
Trying to make like acquaintance and
yeah, no, I mean, I imagine
give her what
that
she
would've
wants.
been- I imagine that's what would have happened.
Aw, Elias got married.
Yeah,
Oh, Man.
very
That
Yeah.
village girl
Got
should
married
be.
to himself.
That village
Pretty
girl
much.
is gonna get jealous. You
Um,
keep on talking lovey-dovey to yourself in the night.
I got something to tell you.
I've been cheating on you with my inner voices.
Gwendolyn starts speaking through Elias at her.
Get the
Night
fuck
now.
away from him.
Side arc.
Mine.
One shot.
I would say as you guys eat your way through dinner and kind of everyone after they've satisfied a lot of the more mostly everyone at this table is definitely nobility in some way or another or has higher stations militaristic ways. They kind of all one by one good luck to all of you as they go by and make their leave of the queen until the queen herself eventually kind of, well, we will, well, I do not believe I will see you off in the morning. I probably in an interesting 6 months. But good luck. I truly hope you succeed. For the sake of both of us.
Doro kind of like quickly chews and swallows something.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do hope that what I do will be enough. For again the sake of both your people and myself.
without another word, she departs the chamber, followed by her ever vigilant and silent Bhakti.
Yeah.
And you guys are left alone.
When did we gain this level? That would have been today, or would it have been like yesterday or the day before?
Probably been today.
Today?
The first level up would have, because you got 2, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The first one.
What level are we?
So,
11.
since we gained it today and we're leaving tomorrow, I'm assuming, right? I'm gonna do Word of Recall, and it's I'm gonna do it. You and 5 willing creatures within 5 feet of you instantly teleport to a previous designated sanctuary. You and 5 other creatures can teleport. You and any creatures that teleport with you appear to the nearest unoccupied space to the spot you designated or prepared as your sanctuary below. I would have done that when, like, I would have asked the queen, like, hey, is there a spot that I can do the spell? And then perform that.
Oh. Yeah.
Just so then,
She would have probably
just in
told
case
you
you-
the throne room
She would have told
Okay.
you to go fuck yourself.
was. I
you
see,
do it.
I
You can
see-
do it in my bedchamber.
I see what you're doing.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah. So yeah, you set that up.
Okay.
Is there anything you guys would like to do? And on your last night, Trisha?
Yes. Merrick wants to go to the shop where he built the cart and fashion himself a copy of Oceanus' helmet. He's got the original, so he's just gonna make a copy.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that.
And I'm gonna fit it to where Merrick can wear it.
Okay. Very well. Very well. You do that. Anyone else?
I'm gonna definitely say goodbye to Barcy. Farewell, and to the Queen one last time because they helped me so much.
Yeah, fond farewells for sure.
I will also say goodbye to the cleric that I let him be his god,
Yeah.
and all the other clerics I've been inevitably talking to
Yeah.
at the time.
Don't-
Also, I'll let Falcor know that we're going into a dangerous spot. If he never hears from me again, live his life peacefully and well, and continue on the good word of Ra and Anubis.
Okay. Anyone?
No response from that.
What?
From the- Spark.
I'm carnivorous. Squawk.
I mean, you know what the response would be. It would be squawk.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Leave the room.
Doro
Actually-
would. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Doro would, whatever room that he's staying in a corner, set up just 2 candles on both his left and his right, and a mirror, and he just stare at himself,
All night.
like in it, like into his eyes. No, go to bed at a reasonable time, but more like you got this. You know,
Yeah.
you're good.
It's definitely gonna be like in
Yep.
the room with him, just like rooting him on.
There's like is that every like
You got
10
this.
seconds?
You
Like
got this.
yeah.
You got this. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It gets really tiresome after a while, I imagine. Yeah. Anything else? No. Okay.
Guessing Merrick's sleeping on his cart.
Yeah, I imagine.
Merrick doesn't sleep, so he's just gonna be sitting there like rubbing it, going.
My precious! Get away!
It's gonna die. It's gonna get stolen.
He made
Oh my
seats just for us not to use it, like because he
We
screams
still
at
have a
us every time we
cart.
try to get on.
We still have a cart like 1,000 miles away that has a block of gold on it. So
Yeah.
Actually, that place got annihilated.
Yeah,
I
a
don't
lot
even
of
think
that
the
place-
part's still there.
a melted block of gold now.
It was melted already.
It got melted into a block of gold, then it got melted again.
I was gonna say,
No, no,
I think
we
the parents
now
probably
have-
took that.
We now have a half golden carriage because
Yep.
it melted again into the carriage.
Carriage, golden shielded carriage.
Mm.
So yeah,
Anyway,
you guys all kind of get long rests. Level 11 now. Really getting up there.
Hey.
What else?
Tell you what, rogues past level 10, steer away.
Steer away. What else? Yeah, you guys get you some long rest for the night, and you wake up in the morning. And as you all kind of gather to the cart, there are several weeks, I'd say a month's worth of food and water, waiting for you where the cart would have been stored. And a small escort, Gaston and a couple of others, await to take you from the city.
So I'm gonna point out each chair is marked. Paladin, I got you for what's your guy? Anubis. You see the symbol of Anubis in the chair. Shadow, you've got a shadowy figure marked as your seat, and Elias, you have a white dragon marked on your seat.
There you go. What about Polo?
Sweet.
Polo just gets this right on the car, like he's on the back, like just holding on.
Okay.
I only have 5 seats, and one's taken up by Oceanus' picture.
Yeah. Fair enough.
He has like a
Man.
sled and he's just holding onto the back.
Yeah, he's got little bars back there. He just hold on, like, sir, I got it.
And are these images like visible, like to people outside the cart, or is it like on the seat?
Like it's actually on like the back of the chair.
Okay.
I will say, after you guys load on your escort, the 3 Trajoni knights are mounted on their blue guard drakes again. Really large creatures. A little lower to the ground than horses, but much longer. You guys begin to make way back through. When you guys first came into the city, the news had already spread pretty far and wide, and a lot of the people seemed really amped, really excited. Something interesting was happening, and something potentially nation-changing could be happening. And throughout the time you've been here, especially in the first couple months, you received a lot of attention, a lot of questions or brief conversations for people wanting to just meet. A lot of them were younger. Not say like kids per se, but between the ages of 18 and say late 20s. Those people lost interest over time. The excitement died. The new thing is no longer kind of forefront in their mind. And
Like a TikTok trend.
when you make your way from the city, there are still very large crowds filling the side streets and the side of the main street that you're going on, watching you leave. You notice most of them are older, from the late 20s and up. And there's no excitement, cheers, or praises or prayers sent your way. It is a very somber, silent street as you guys are making your way down it.
Is it like, oh man, that poor soul, he's gonna go die type thing, or
Please make an insight check.
ooh, I don't want to do that. All right.
Oh man, I forgot to put a horn on this thing.
Beep, beep.
That's what Merrick's thinking.
Oh
whole
shit!
As people
All right.
are like, looking at him, he's like, I have a horn.
Well, that was a natural 1 for a 9.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, Merrick's
Hold on. Any 9 or lower becomes a 10, because of reliable talent.
Does it
So that'll be an 18.
It's harder to tell. You don't necessarily get those vibes, but it is definitely harder to tell what they are being silent about. Anyone else who would like to make an insight check, they can as you
So,
try.
so I got that with an 18.
That was an 18.
Yeah. So if I roll a 9 or lower, I treat that roll as a 10. Then I still add the.
Oh, that's okay. I got you. Oh, so with an 18, then yeah, you know what's going on here. It's not the fevered excitement of something new, which was a lot of the crowd when you first arrived. It's a wary hope on a lot of these faces. These are older faces. These are people who have lived long enough to appreciate the history of where they're at. They understand that this is a very important event, and although they may not be a part of that, they're not fawning over you, wanting to meet you. They're just wanting to watch, wanting to see what could be the beginning of a new era in their world. March out to fulfill a destiny set long ago. None of them crowd the street in a way to get in your up until like the very end. What side of the card is Mr. Knight on?
Be on the right side.
Is
be on
the
the right
logo.
side?
Right side.
Yeah.
You see a much older Rajoni orc. Garbed in very simple clothes. She seems to have an apron on. Some flower stains gives off a baker's vibe. The hairs around her little, I don't know what those things are called, but the bakers wear. The hairs coming out of that are very gray. Kind of stumbles towards the cart, and I am assuming going through these streets, you're not going at full speed, Merrick. You're going at a relatively safe pace, just in case.
The fuck? Merrick doesn't know that. Merrick's full speed. Meow.
Man,
Well,
these poor children.
I will say your escort is not allowing you to do that.
I say,
There's
you
a
gotta
speed
remember,
limit in these streets.
Merrick is still technically a child.
He's gone through a lot.
Well, I'll say the escort in front of you is going much slower, as to not allow you to do that.
It's like
Really should have installed the horn.
You did a truck horn.
As
Oh,
you
we
guys
got-
are kind of rumbling by, this older lady, moving briskly enough as to catch up with the cart, but not so brisk because of her age. She begins to walk alongside you specifically, Mr. McKnight, and her eyes kind of seem like she's... You know that look when someone's like eating and they're just looking off into space, not really thinking about anything? That's the look that she's got on her face. Her eyes are just kind of everywhere and nowhere all at the same time.
Am I on that side?
I don't know. What side would you like to be on?
Also, I don't know what that look looks like because I don't watch people eat.
You haven't been married.
But you do you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
definitely put one
does
tank
it-
on one side, one tank on the other. So you and Elias are Elias and Shadow are on different sides.
Okay.
Does it look like she's blinded?
No, not necessarily. And you can tell she knows where she at, but she puts her hand on you're pretty high up the ground, so like your shin.
Yeah. I put my hand on her hand.
She kind of, not without looking at you and just kind of walking beside you. The end of your is it can only end death. She kind of looks up at you as she says, "You know this." But like when I say she's
Oh.
looking at you, it's still that hollow-eyed, 1,000-yard stare.
Does Merrick see this?
Interesting.
Or
Yeah,
hear it?
I was about to say, does Doro hear this, or is it just
Can I
of
make
the
an
engine?
insight to see if it's magical if she's being taken over, or if this is like a actual her coming up and like this is like a deity telling me this, or if it's a magical entity telling me
Make
this.
an insight check. The rest of you can, I'd say, Shadow most definitely can hear it. I don't know if Merrick could, given he's focused on
19
driving.
perception. 19 passive perception.
19 passive perception.
I don't think I got anything.
Yeah,
I
you
got an
probably
8.
hear it.
I have a
Okay, I
16
need-
passive. Does that make or no?
You are on the same side with. No, you're on the opposite side.
I'm on the opposite side.
No, he's on that side. I said him and Dora were on opposite sides.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
if I'm on the same side, I'm inciting, like right away, right when
Okay,
when she walks up.
Insight. You can't see her face because Mr. McKnight is up one from you. She's looking like if the cart's driving this way, Mr. McKnight's here, and then Elias would be here. She's walking beside Mr. McKnight, looking this way, but you can hear her work.
22.
Merrick's not gonna insight. He's gonna stay driving forward, but he's gonna be thinking, "Be gone, you spooky bitch."
Oh, you spooky bitch. Dude, I have a 27.
22. It, without seeing her eyes, it's hard to tell, but it seems really
Cryptid.
like a cryptic would be a good way to put it.
Okay.
Cryptic, and she kind of, as she kind of says those words, or says those words, she kind of, oh, it's my shop, and then she kind of walks back into the
Interesting, okay.
crowd,
So this is someone else taking over her body and then
potentially.
telling me this, potentially.
Mr. McKnight, that one was weird.
Yes, it seems as though we are being watched.
And
The people that are watching us aren't hoping that we succeed in what we're doing. So, we need to succeed to make these individuals pay.
Spite.
Just tell your
I
God's
agree.
booty calls not to touch my vehicle. Nice and shiny and new.
oh, I don't think it was my god.
I don't know. You've had a couple, so I'm just making sure.
You go through them like you go through.
That's a pretty good one.
Damn.
Damn, get wrecked. You got ratioed, son.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Get ratioed.
I don't fucking know. Yeah, so you guys make your way out of the city. Most of the crowd had actually been following at a relatively far distance, but kind of just getting one last sight, as they could. What's up?
How loud is this cart?
You're on cobbled streets, so it's not exactly quiet.
Okay, yeah. So
No,
like
is
the
it
engine,
steam
it's
engine?
is it like a
Steam engine?
lawnmower engine?
The only noise coming from the cart itself, aside, like, not counting the wheels,
Okay.
is the turning of gears. Clang, 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 clang.
Alright.
Because, and maybe some sloshing of the water.
All right.
Because that's how
Okay.
it moves.
So, how far would I be able to hear it, do you think? Like, if I just, like, hop off and walk away?
What's your passive perception?
16.
100 feet or more.
100 feet.
If
Holy fuck.
if I was to hop off,
A couple hundred feet.
11 miles.
okay.
11 miles.
It's not exactly. It's not like. It's a little louder than the average horse-drawn cart because the gears are
Alright.
made of metal and they do clang. That's just kind of part of it. Yeah. So you guys make your way from this, begin this tenuous journey, and a few days into this journey, you
Every single night, I would like to start up a completely different conversation with everyone, including the guards.
Okay.
So I'd like to roleplay that.
you can't delay the inevitable. Sorry.
Man, that sun was hot today, wasn't it? Man.
Oh,
I feel like it's
I'm
getting a
gonna
bit
scorch it
closer.
now. Yeah,
Well,
no.
where's the carpet? Is the carpet?
Carpet's
I-
with you. I
okay.
would
I'm sitting
say,
in ocean seat.
I'd probably say it's just kind of hovering above.
Right.
Yeah.
I would also like to scry that army one of the knights. And see if I pick up which direction they're going and where they're going, I guess.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Fell up again.
Drawing, you need like a part of them, right? I thought. You need like something they had or something.
You can hear a particular creature. You chose. Okay, so second hand, you heard of the target. First hand, you met the target. Familiar is you know the target well. Connection, possession of garment, body part, lock, bit of hair, nail, the like, likeness or picture.
You make a save.
You should also do Mr.
He failed.
Clemson, right?
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
The army is currently approaching some town. I mean, you've never been there, so it's hard for you to gauge where they're at. Grasslands and forest, very atypical. No huge flat plains, no rolling hills. There's just a hill here, a meadow there. You know, very normal.
Does he explain that?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I would explain to everyone, and then I'll get on the telly with Clemson and explain that to him and let him know that there's a 1,000-man undead army coming toward this area that has these
This place with grass,
specific landmarks,
trees.
including like if there's like a bell tower or like something in the distance where might show like a little bit of something unique to a town.
Yeah. After a brief conversation with Robert Clemson.
Yep. Okay.
Do
And then
anybody
I'll also
know?
tell the queen
None of you know.
that.
Not
I'll tell the
Not
queen.
even Merrick. Not even Merrick.
I wasn't gonna ask that.
And then I was gonna tell the queen as well. Just make sure that she's aware that
Yeah, there's an army on the move.
yeah, there's an army on the move.
Merrick wants to take every night that they're up and study one of the Philosopher's Stones.
Studying the Philosopher's Stones for you is an interesting idea. If you had any semblance of magic, you could probably delve into.
I actually have magic now.
How much?
I've got first level spells and cantrips.
First level spells and cantrips. You could make an Arcana check.
18.
That's a pretty good roll. A pretty good roll. I would say, with a rudimentary understanding of magic, which is essentially what you have, you're able to understand these are significant objects of power. You don't know how to put them into application. Know that it's not an infinite resource either. It's a finite usage kind of thing. You know that there's only so much you can do with it before the stone's energies eventually burn out. But the possibilities of what you could feel with these are endless.
So Merrick doesn't want to use it for fuel. He wants to try to study it to see if he can release the people that were trapped inside.
You need a lot more help than what you've got to learn that.
I would probably help him. I would help him if I saw him looking at that.
Yeah, he's gonna go to his magic buddies. Like, I'm gonna go to Mr. McKnight and
then give me an
he's the
Arcana
one that
check,
really casts.
Mr. McKnight.
No way.
Can I assist him?
We'll combine your rolls. We'll just combine your
19. 17
pretty good
also,
combined.
plus 2.
also pretty good. You having a much deeper understanding of Arcana and magic in nature, although it all being combined for the most part. You know that it is possible to remove the fuel source, okay, the souls from this object. There's a way in, and there's most certainly a way out. The problem is, even if you manage to figure out how to do that, there's a much larger problem at the end of that road as to where they'll go. Because from what you know about them, their bodies are very far underneath the ocean, and they've been there for hundreds of years.
Oh.
So the likelihood would be you would have to find either thousands of vacant bodies, or
The undead army. There we go.
I was thinking the same thing.
uh,
Tries to breathe, coughs up a lung. Everyone dies immediately,
Okay,
kills
I
an
would-
entire people.
I would recommend that. Or you would have
We're
to find
back.
some
We're dead.
other means
Be fucking funny though.
somewhere else to put the souls, or another option and something more down your alley would be to release the souls and have a way to get them to their afterlife, where they're supposed to.
I need to talk to Apadeus.
Like a greater restoration and then a like a ceremony type of thing.
I mean,
No,
we
like,
could also.
this is much higher level magic. Than that.
So like,
Okay.
we need a god.
And then
I mean, so that's what I was about to say. So let's say we call up your buddy Anubis, right? We have him
Yep.
stand around with like a butterfly net. We release the souls, and he just catches them all and sends them to the afterlife.
that's how that works. That's how that works.
If you could convince a god to put in an inordinate amount of energy and magic into doing something like that, it's certainly possible, and it's possible for a mortal to do, but you need something along the lines of wish to accomplish this.
I mean, it is his job, and so we're basically like, we're bringing him a gift,
You're giving him
and
more
he
work.
just.
That's what you do.
We're making sure he doesn't become unemployed. All right,
Another
you
thing
need to look
is-
at this in a
Sure.
positive light.
Another thing is,
Well-
you don't know if you know that this people has been long dead, and their potential place of afterlife could also have died as well. You don't know enough to put it into practice, but you know that it is possible, and you have options.
Alright,
And-
and
and
he is
that
gonna
is-
hide those. And I don't know if Shadow, I know, is gonna be able to see it. He's literally cutting himself open and then putting the stones inside of himself.
Okay.
And then fixing himself.
That's okay.
That's metal.
Oh, yeah.
Stone. Gosh.
Dude, no,
Hey, he
dude,
does-
normally you pass those. You don't want them inside you.
Hey, he knows how
Um,
important these things are, so he's not gonna fucking leave them out.
Puts him in his kidney. Call him kidney stone.
And at first, Dora's gonna be like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Okay. I've seen worse.
Okay.
Well,
Understandable.
when he's doing that, I'm also gonna look at the hammer and try and see if greater restoration would take that entity out of the hammer.
Me and Arcana check on the hammer.
Okay. Can I just use my Arcana check from before?
Nope.
Can
Could
I
I
do
help
advantage?
I was about to say, could I help out?
I'll help him out.
Now you're gonna have advantage.
I'll help him out as well.
That doesn't
Oh
help.
my god!
So that's
Word.
4 advantages, so you get 4 more roll. No.
Got a 7.
All right.
You have no idea.
The next day, I would like to check out the hammer.
Yeah.
I will say right now you have no clue.
Okay.
As you guys,
It's okay, buddy. I'm gonna get you out of there.
you guys travel
Fuck
through
you.
the savannah, the African plain style topography that is what makes up most of Trajan, into desert after
That's
5 or 6 days of travel.
that's kind of funny, honestly. It's like an African safari thing. We have an open top, and then
Yeah, a
we
little
have
bit,
the carpet flying on top,
Yeah.
and it's like kind of.
At the
Like-
border, the Trajoni escort turns back.
So, I have a question, and you could say no, like fuck you. But
No, fuck.
could I have done this? No. Okay.
Go ahead, go.
Could I have looked at the hammer in front of the queen and seen if she could see a way to do this, or that just like, no.
I feel like it's too late.
She,
Yeah, okay.
she
Alright.
asked if there's anything.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like you
Alright.
had 6 months.
I didn't think about it. So
But truthfully,
like,
we only
I
had
probably
3
would've
weeks.
thought
Yeah.
about it if I had 6 months. If I had 6 months, I probably would have been like, oh yeah, this hammer I've been lugging around this whole time. Can you look at this?
Yeah, justifiably you probably would have, but at this
Paperweight.
point, roleplay wise, I think
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, don't worry about it.
There's a point where player and character decisions mesh, and I think that's
Yeah.
one of them.
No, we should done. We should have taken 6 months to think about what we were gonna do during this
Yeah,
time.
I think that we should have taken a 6-month break.
So I do have a question. How many nights does it take us to get there?
To the border,
Yeah.
7.
Any night that I wasn't studying the stone, I want to be writing about everybody that I've met and drawing everybody's picture.
Okay, that's fine.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer.
So-
that goes without saying that my guy would also be writing in his.
Yeah, goes like you said,
Midnight
goes without
Diaries.
saying. Yeah. So at the border, the guard leaves you. They're kind of
Bye, Tyrone.
Thank you.
Oh,
Eric just turns around and flips them off.
yeah,
Jesus.
they make their way back to La Petite. And you guys continue your travels. You spend a few days in fairly open desert. Some rolling desert dunes here and there, but nothing too obstructing. On like day number 12, you come across a path
Extensive combat.
with like condensed sand and a mixture of like pressed sand and sandstone that runs along a field of giant craters, all perfectly round inside. And they spread out for miles. And I'm assuming you all stay on this path.
I would have had
So
my
I'm like past, which is a new thing. It's gonna be on Doro, if you allow me. Spell gives you a willing creature you touch the ability to see things that are actually there for a duration. This creature is True Sight, which denotes the secret doors hidden by magic and can also see into the ethereal plane out to a range of 120 feet.
True sight. That's what the spell
Jesus.
is. What's the spell called?
120 feet.
True Sight.
True seeing.
True Seeing. Sorry, True Seeing.
Oh, you have dark side for 120 feet as well, right?
Yeah. Well,
I don't-
not for 120. Unless it's what the
Because
spell
it's true
does.
side, right? You get dark side as well. Or is that dark side? It's a different spell.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
this
I'm not the
spell
cleric.
does not reveal anything.
Oh, it doesn't reveal. Oh, it's just hidden by magic. Okay. Well then,
Can,
never mind. I wouldn't have done it. I would have done.
It doesn't. So it doesn't specifically reveal. So it reveals monster with true sight out of a specific range. Can see in normal and magical darkness. Can see invisible creatures and objects. Automatically detect visual illusions. Succeed on saving throws against them. Perceive the original form of shape changers or creature that is transformed by magic. Furthermore, the monster can see into the ethereal plane with the same range. This does not reveal anything to you.
Merrick is a shape
Okay,
changer.
so. True Sight knows to see what
Does
okay.
Merritt need to
Go
give a
back to the spell.
perception roll?
Then I won't do that one.
What deception?
Do.
What?
Do I need to give a perception roll?
You can if you'd like.
Uh, 24.
These
I would.
raiders come back to you. You remember what they are. It's been a long time since you've seen them because it was like your first scout that you did in this area. These are antlion holes. They're approximately 20 feet across each hole. And the
Lions.
insects
Damn.
that live in these holes wait
Yes.
for weeks upon weeks. Anything to step in to then drag them under the sand and eat them.
Oh my
used to
goodness!
put
Look at
little-
all this
used to put-
sand. I jump in. I'm joking. Please,
I used to
for the
put
love
like
of
little
God.
ants, so the antlion holes, and watch them like. It was,
Can I communicate with these?
Oh.
through
I
the
was-
vine?
These are not intelligent creatures. These are ravenous beasts. Would be the best way to describe them.
Oh, so they can't be controlled through the...
They can be controlled through magic, but not through any sort of talking.
I was gonna have my my bird, my eagle, fly over, and so I can make a perception check. With that.
So Merrick's gonna look for a good path around this.
There's a path cutting straight through. To go around would be to add a few days onto your trip, at least.
All right. Well, do y'all want to try to go through this?
The
'Cause
path
these guys
is,
do come out. And...
is a cart in width, so it's got room for your cart. It's just don't fall off the path.
What do I feel like?
Hey,
He's gonna have us fall off the
would
path.
Find path. Help me with this. This spell allows you to find the shortest, most direct physical route to a specific fixed location that you're familiar with in the same plane of existence.
Yeah, you don't need to cast that spell because this is that path.
Okay.
We are on the path to
You
salvation
are
We're already on the
path.
right now. Well,
Magicking
see,
things that don't
so
need
it's
magic.
so it's kind of like
It kind of sounds like he wants us to go there.
I'll say you cast
So-
the spell, and the spell reveals to you that this is the path.
that
will
you are in fact
explain.
on it.
Merritt will explain what the holes are and what's inside the holes.
Yeah, the
Oh,
creatures
Jesus.
are roughly 15 feet long,
Well-
and they bury themselves very deep. Their pincers are about, you can't even, about 4
Well,
feet in diameter.
Doro, being a logical elf, it's gonna be like, I don't want to fall into that, so he's gonna be checking out in front of the cart to make sure that
Yeah.
there's no slide off. Make sure all the sandstone
Merrick,
is good as
You're
stone.
faster than the cart. Do you want to walk in front of the cart?
How long is this?
It's at least a 2-mile little trek.
I can run for 2 miles. Doro can get a 2-mile run in.
Okay. Give me a perception check, Doro and Merrick, and anyone else who would like to
Alright.
help with the carts.
Can I just use my perception check from before?
I would walk with
Damn.
Doro.
You could not keep up unless he lets you.
I would want to be in front of the cart, but I want to be at outpacing the cart.
Well, I would give him my reason for coming with. I would say I could fly 80 feet any direction and I could pick you up.
As long as you can stay in front of the cart.
I can say, well, it's 30 feet, right?
It's 40.
Of course, I've got mind link with Doro. Doro, you're gonna have to lead the way because my guy got a fucking 12 for perception.
29.
29. Cool. There are, in fact, a few slide-off points.
Oh,
They get
looky
a little bit more
there.
narrow.
Look at
Okay.
that.
But
Would you
with
know?
the
Would you look at that?
but with some careful navigation. So this is going to come down to Merrick. And what would be the
He's-
check that I want?
I'm gonna give him.
I know what's wrong with it.
Cart.
I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Merrick some guidance.
Okay,
Can't-
guidance. So you get a D6, right?
D4.
D4.
I knew
Uh,
I knew he was gonna try to
more.
fuck this card up because we mentioned at the beginning and he was like, "What? No."
I've had this antlion thing planned since you got Trisha's Zone. This was before the cart was even a thing. It was gonna
yeah.
happen. With that, Merrick, would you prefer a Tinkerer's or a Dexterity or Performance?
Definitely a Tinker's because I have a +10 to tinkering.
Damn.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm talking about.
And what do I get to add with it?
Another
So,
another D4 on top of that.
I gotta roll a D4.
Oh Jesus!
Is that a?
Hopefully that's
dexterity check?
good.
No,
Is that dexterity?
It's Tinkerers.
no, it's a tools. It's a tools check.
18.
18 with careful movement, and you definitely have to slow down at some of these spots.
Nope. No, turn left. Turn left.
Wait, do I
No,
have advantage
more
on this
left.
since I'm mind linked with him and he knows where the spots are?
You can't read his mind. He can only tell you. He can only.
No, yeah, he's telling
I
me.
mean, yeah, I would.
I could just
I'll definitely
mold
be
earth.
like helping out. I'm
can
not.
mold
I'm
earth,
not
no?
gonna. I'm not gonna look at it. And be like, hey,
Oh.
look right there.
Yep, there's one
Keep
right
running.
there. I'm not gonna tell him. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna
So-
mold earth like the
you-
spots that need a little more width.
Yeah, so you don't get any bonuses any more bonuses. The advantage doesn't happen. But you do come to one part, and Elias, you don't necessarily need to do Mold Earth, but it would help if you would like
I would
to.
do it. I would
do
do
it.
it. Yeah.
You mold Earth, moving some of the sand up, and these holes directly border. Out of reaction to the sand moving, a 15-foot long antlion jumps in the direction out of the sand, pinchering at where it moved, grabs nothing, and then slides back in.
Did it
Hold
just
on.
fuck up the
I
path?
would
I
reactionary
need to
shoot
do
it.
I would do a roll. Give me a second.
It doesn't hit any of you. It just reacts to the dirt.
But
But it
question:
would come towards us, right?
It would
Does
jump
it
in your
fuck-
direction.
Does it fuck up the path?
No. No, these are like long, slender creatures. These aren't necessarily thick boys.
Yep. So I should have announced that actually to the DM just for the flavor, but it was for like if Doro like ran or like stayed, because that's fucking scary. Roll a natural 20 to stay. I would like to imagine Doro didn't even flinch. She was like, "Yeah,
You're like,
that's not gonna reach us. We'd fuck
you
that thing up
knew
anyway."
As soon as it came out of the sand, that it wasn't gonna land anywhere near. You guys
And I
managed.
definitely flinched and pulled out my bow
Yeah.
instantaneously.
Yeah. You guys,
Yeah. A sand lion, more like a bitch lion.
It just starts flying upwards,
Hey,
staring at you.
It peeks out.
it gets out
What'd you
of
say to
the
me, cuz?
sand,
What'd you say to me, cuz?
T-poses.
Not
Yeah,
Sam,
shit,
man.
he's
Snake
done.
Kitty.
Yeah, you guys make it through the sand. You're the sand lion path. And then the topography from here on out is shortly and widely spaced. So there are some gaps in between that are larger than others of rolling dunes. So the cart does slow a tidbit, but not by much.
Okay, if it's slowed down. Oh, never mind. Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna have my eagle fly, and so that way it can see over the dunes before we get there. So it'd be like one dune away from us at all times, and then I'm just gonna look into it, look around, pop back out.
Okay.
Basically, every time we go over a dune.
This traversal takes another. Because of the slowing in pace, I would say it takes another 3 days to come into sight with your destination. A very large gap in the dunes, almost like a sand dune ring around this place. As you guys come over it, you're looking at what would be probably 4 football fields in width across. On the other side of this dune would be, you see a large entrance that has been, not too long ago, cleaned out of, the sand has been cleaned out of the entrance.
Does this massive ring look like a really big sand lion pit, or is it just like?
No, the
Okay.
angle,
What a sand tortoise.
it's fairly flat. The sand lion pit's pitched down at an angle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's breathing in the sand at all?
No.
We're gonna get
But your
surprised.
bird,
Toss a rock in there.
your bird
dies.
does. Your bird sees it about when you hear it. Almost like thunder. But constant. Low at first. Rising in volume. From what would be, you guys are heading southwest, so it would be coming from your fucking north. Yeah.
Can I, because of my in touch tuneness with nature, can I see if it's centaurs or like a horse galloping?
You don't see it yet.
Or hear it?
You don't hear it yet, just yet.
Oh.
Doro's
Does
a few
Merrick
steps
know
ahead of
what
you.
the noise is?
You
I'm
also
about to
don't
tell
hear it yet.
everyone. I'm about to tell everyone what it is.
Yeah, yeah. You're about to get the memo. Just let me give him the memo to give you.
What is it?
Yeah. You hear it. You hear it
Tell
about
us
when
what
your
it
bird
is.
sees it. The other party seems oblivious, and as your bird, you kind of have your bird go look in that direction. You see at least 1,000 minotaurs
Shit.
charging in this direction. Some of them small and frail looking, some of them hulking monster.
Do we know of a roaming minotaur herd that is in these dunes? Like, is that
Merrick
something that we
does.
know about? In
Merrick
the
does.
6 months? Okay.
You guys, I don't know if it would have come up in organic conversation.
I mean, asking about threats in the desert.
I
That
do,
would probably
because
do
I
it,
Queen,
yeah.
the queen,
I think
the queen
Merrick
did say
said
that
he
those.
told them about the threats in the desert, though.
Mhm.
Well, you would know that this is, these things are usually a few steps behind their prey. They move fast, but they don't get the news super quick. So, immediately you know someone has been here not too recently by the fact that that area has been cleaned out, and that these guys are heading in this direction. And you guys are, where you're heading is directly in their path. And at the speed they're moving, you'll be arriving at the tunnel roughly 10 seconds before.
Hey, you guys want to pop this bitch in reverse and just hide behind this dune?
I mean, there's 1,000 of them. We could always go back to the path and lead their asses into the spiker or those bug things.
Yeah, but I don't think it doesn't
Not
look
bad
like they're
either.
like charging at us, right? There, it looks like they're charging at something.
They're charging
probably
in,
either-
in the direction, in a direction. As you guys are,
I say,
Go.
if we did go back to the path and they had to follow that little narrow path, me and Elias, since it's wide enough for the cart, can just sit there and start popping them.
as you guys do manage to, or as they do crest the hill, as you guys are having this conversation, discussing it,
E.
you hear real thunder.
Door.
The actual clouds above, the one or two that were there that were white and serene, become very dark, and they become much larger and very quickly cover up the entire
I'm
sky
going to-
within view.
I'm gonna get off the giant metal
Same
machine.
here.
that
We should
Eric's
probably
gonna
start
kick
moving
it into high
the-
gear to get to the
You
tunnel as
see,
fast as possible.
you see something. So you're moving towards the tunnel.
Jesus.
You're moving towards the tunnel.
I bail. He just puts it in the drive.
Yeah.
I'm staying on the cart.
Oh my god.
I think it might rain, sir.
I'm gonna start trailing behind, I guess.
You guys, you guys are, Merrick just clunk and is like fucking, or more like really moving towards the thing. Doro is hoofing it. Elias, are you on or off?
Covered in
I
sand.
did say I got off, but
Yeah.
I mean, you could have probably got on in time, or you.
yeah, I would have grabbed one of the bars and
Yeah.
got back on.
I'm not gonna be on. I'm just gonna keep pace with it. A little bit behind. I will cast invisibility on myself though.
Okay.
and I would cast Long Strider like before we get there.
Yeah.
Actually-
right before we get there.
That's a lie. I would think about casting invisibility, and then I wouldn't do it.
You see, as you guys are hauling ass as fast as you can towards this tunnel, you didn't hear them making any war cries. They were just moving. They see you, and you know they've seen you. And you hear 1,000 bestial voices raised in the prospect of battle and slaughter.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
they begin to pick up pace.
Oh, Jesus.
At the same time,
Jesus.
who's on the other side of the card, Mr. McKnight is, you see something very familiar
Oh, Lost Creedon?
coming out of the sky.
Oh, is that mine?
You
My guy?
see a tempest,
Oh.
a airborne elemental dragon that you have
Ooh.
fought one of
Yep.
before.
Jesus.
And it is
Okay.
surrounded by the storm itself, moving directly faster than you, faster than the horde, by several times towards the horde. And it's hard to
Where's the
make
horde?
the horde. It at this point it looks like it might actually intercept you. And on the back of this, you see a small, at this distance, a small humanoid shape on the back. It's really hard to make out any details. But this, as you guys are hauling ass, this thing, like the Flash, passed over your heads and careens right into the horde. This, whatever this humanoid is, or who they are, dismounts from this creature about 50 feet off the ground, and you see two blue glowing weapons. It's hard to make out what they are. Axes, hammers, maces, something along those lines. Slam into the ground, and within about 200 feet of this creature, everything on the ground, all the sand turns to glass instantaneously, and bodies start flying, and the battle has begun. What do you guys like to do?
I'm gonna help him because I know
I
who
will
it is.
go help him. Yeah, I'll go help him.
Merrick doesn't know, but I know who this motherfucker is.
Is it a dwarf? Does it look like a dwarf?
No,
It
I
looks
bet
like
it's gonna be what's his name? The one that died in the town fighting his brother.
It doesn't look.
How?
Oh, it's
I
hard
look,
to
I
say.
look at Doro. I look at Doro. What is he doing?
What are
How
you doing?
many died? How many died
How
in
many
that first
died in
initial explosion?
About 70. Just rough,
70 out of
rough
1,000.
count. Rough count.
Out of 1,000.
Okay, I'm going to. How far are they away? How far are
Not.
they away?
I'm doing
Are they
whatever
about
Doro's
300
doing.
feet away?
Does it look like, from how fast they were running, does it look like I can outrun them?
Does it look like you can outrun them? You
Yeah.
have everyone in the party, you can outrun them. And Elias with Longstrider. But at this point,
Oh,
their
yeah, I'm gonna go
momentum
help.
their momentum has stopped. They're fighting now. They got what they wanted.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go
point
help.
Out, Merrick does have
I'm gonna
long stride too
cast-
now.
Ooh, nice.
I'm gonna cast Insect Plague on an
Burn our
area
spells.
that has the most amount of things in it.
Burn the spell.
You guys start
before we go in.
clack, 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 playing over there. Doro, anime speed running that way. Yeah.
Merrick's gonna pull up like around, not directly at them, but on the side where Elias is. So if Elias wants to shoot while I'm driving, he can.
You get within range of. You get within. You're already in sight. You get much closer. As opposed to being several hundred yards away, you're only maybe 100 feet away at this point. About to start slinging spells, shooting arrows, positioning for great fire. You get a look at the guy who jumped off. It is a one-armed, bluish green orb.
Is it the king?
I say one-armed. That's not entirely accurate. You see that one of his biological arms has recently been, within the last few months, has been removed through some sort of fight. And the second arm that he does have is entirely made of electricity. You also recognize that he recognizes all of you. And as you approach, he holds out the electrical hand with what you now see is two battle axes, single blade, jagged-edged monstrosities of weapons, and they are quite literally glowing with lightning. He holds one of them out in your direction, and a wall of lightning forms, cutting you off from the engagement. And as he turns and slices one clean in half, cauterizing the torso and lower legs of the body as it cuts through, he looks back to you. Get in the fucking cave and don't come out until you're done.
How far was he away?
I'm gonna go to the cave and not get out till I'm done.
Yeah, I'm going to the cave as
Dave,
well.
yeah,
How far
I'm gonna
was he?
listen.
He was about 100 feet away from you at that point.
I'm mind linking with him.
He accepts it.
We're going to the cave. We got your message.
All you hear in return is,
War cry! I'm never fighting that guy in my life. Oh,
While we're leaving, I'm taking shots from 600 feet. while
another
going to
thing, and I would say only a passive perception of, what is it now, 27, Doro?
Yeah.
Only a passive perception of 27. There is a red M on his armor.
I'll
Superman.
relay that to see if anyone else knows what that is, because I don't fucking
Baron
remember.
symbol?
That is the Marin.
Okay.
Oh, we're definitely running. Fuck that. That's a Baron.
Well, now I don't want to go
Yeah,
inside.
now I don't want to.
Yeah, now I don't want to. Why does he want to sit
Then
there?
again-
Can I make an insight check?
I would also
Then
like to make an
again-
insight check. I want to make an insight check to see if he's a friend of
Can I make-
ours or out for his own personal gain for us trying to get in there.
Can I make a
17.
perception check to see his eyes?
Yes, you may.
17.
Can I see his eyes or no?
I don't think you need a perception check to see his eyes, but I'll let.
Good.
Baron-
He doesn't need it.
Okay.
It was shit. We met it.
They are wreathed in blue, but they're not Marin blue. It's the same electricity. His veins are literally pulsing with lightning.
Okay.
This guy is. He's clearly still an orc, but he's very close to being a full-on elemental.
Okay, so I rolled a 6, but because of my class feature, it becomes a 10, so that's gonna be an 18 for insight.
Any other insight checks?
17.
Side check.
I got 21 for perception.
You see
And
the same
18 for
thing.
insight.
You see
15.
you see the same things that that Doro sees on insight. All of you did pretty well. All of you did pretty well. It's clear he's killing them to help you, and it's very clear unless something changes, he's going to kill all of them.
It's him
another-
yelling at us to get inside.
An insight check. Let's do the person who has the book of all the names they've encountered or even heard about in a religious context.
Me. That's me.
A name
me.
springs to mind because the power he's displaying is very high up there. Asgul.
Oh. Interesting. Asgul, Stormlord, Orc leads living armies, front general rumored to be the one-man army. So he's working for the blue-eyed guy, but
But for some reason,
It's
and
under
hard-
his own power.
But for some reason, he is here now helping you.
Exactly. Now I don't want to go get the sword because he's just gonna take it from us.
worry,
Oh, look at that! We can just teleport away, Mr.
Well-
McKnight.
exactly.
Well, he's not the only one that can use lightning. Mary can use lightning too.
I can also use lightning.
Yeah.
I can use firebolt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can mend him.
Either way,
Mend
Mend
his
his
arm
broken
back.
heart.
what is the
Mend his
party
broken heart.
doing?
Heading
in the
to
cave.
Well, with
Doesn't
this
sound-
information, I guess just heading to the cave.
I'm gonna shoot him in the
Well, you
leg
should
once.
you should mind link with them.
I'm gonna
Be like,
shoot
"Hey,
him.
Don't you work for the Marins? Why are we listening to you? Type of thing.
Yeah, before Merrick heads out, after learning that he's a Marin, why are you helping us when you're a Marin?
First, you get a few of ah, and then ah, and then after a while, after I wouldn't say while, but after a good few rage exhaust fumes leave his body, but
He stops screaming. Starts screaming again. he ran out of breath mentally.
if you're a Marin, why are you helping us? That's what you said?
Yeah.
You get back, fuck you.
I'm gonna send back. Did you know a secret? If you're a Marin, you're secretly gay.
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
gaslighting basically a god right now.
Jokes on you. Jokes on you. I'm out of the closet. Thank you
jokes on
very
you, he
much.
might be gay. But yeah, you just
Jokes
get
on you.
just
I am.
fuck you, and that's all you get.
Back
Alright,
to
that seems genuine. Let's go.
That seemed genuine.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'll be back for you.
So,
Man, I
question,
can't.
do y'all want me to go frontwards with the cart inside the door, or do y'all want me to go backwards inside?
Man, I
you're
can't
going
wait to
frontwards.
leave this
It
cart.
can fit. This is a large entrance. The cart can fit.
I can't wait to
Oh,
abandon
that's what I'm
this
saying.
cart.
Do y'all want me to go straight down with the shields facing forward or facing back?
Backwards. Alright? Because they're gonna be coming for us if he does fail.
No. Forwards. Yeah, you want to go forward.
Is there room to turn around?
Backwards,
Like a 3-point
backwards
turn?
to cover any sort of escape, and forwards to cover the approach. Would be the.
Or
I
it's
mean,
just like an Austin
honestly,
Powers
I'm
situation?
because I got it to where I can spin the shield if I need to look the other way.
But it's only on one side of the cart. That's the problem. The shield is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we get engaged from behind, if I'm backing in, I can just lock the cart in and spin the shield around.
Up to you guys.
I don't really care.
Okay, so
That's up
Merrick's
to you.
gonna back in the cart and take up the rear guard.
Back it up, back it in.
And he's gonna mind link with Shadow going slow, figuring out what's going on behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to be the furthest in.
So I just let him know if the turns are coming up or anything, so he could just keep
So-
eyes.
You guys get about 100 feet in, and it does start to narrow to a point where you might have to leave the cart.
Ooh,
Of course.
man, 6 months abandoning the cart inside of an ancient ruin.
I can tell you
Uh,
now, as a DM, I'm not teleporting you out to leave the cart. And I'm not going to present a situation where you need to teleport out. As a DM,
Well, that's not fun. That's
As-
not fun.
as a friend,
That's
I'm just worried someone's gonna fuck with the cart while I'm gone. That's my
Yeah, not
worry.
teleport. However,
abandon the cart.
I'm not gonna have you teleport. You don't need the teleportation spell.
Yeah,
It's
but he
okay.
also said
the
you don't
water's
teleport
gone.
him.
There were some really thirsty things in here.
I could probably say anything and you wouldn't believe me. I could tell you the actual truth.
Yeah,
and
no, we
you
wouldn't believe you at all.
Yeah, we
No.
wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, you told me.
There's
You told me I wouldn't need
things out with the
Featherfall,
warts.
and guess
Get out
what?
the warts.
Guess what happened?
Prime example. Featherfall.
I make
There's many a times.
I make 2 mistakes.
Merrick's gonna, before he gets out, he's gonna undo the mechanism to drive the cart and put it in his backpack. Or
Picks up
satchel.
the,
now.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah,
Picks up the
basically
cotter
taking the
pen.
steering wheel. I got you.
Yeah.
You want to put it in the bag of holding? I love the bag of holding.
Yeah, well, to put it in the bag of holding.
I don't know. Merrick might not want to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, does anyone have any
He's got some bad
chaos
experience.
crystals? I got some
So I got this nuclear bomb. It's kind of in the bag of holding right now. If you want to.
Like
I,
said, he'll
I
put it
have
in
the
satchel.
spell. I have the spell. It's
Yeah.
really cool. It's called Rope Trick.
So yeah,
Alright.
you disassemble that and begin to make your way down. Is anyone staying with the cart, or are you all going down as a group?
Oh, is what's
I'll roll because I'm gonna be sitting
Marco
here for a
or
while.
Polo?
Ben.
Merrick
Polo
has
can
to
stay
go
with
because he's got someone he's got to find down here.
All right, my eagle will be staying outside and just like circling.
Okay, that's fine.
getting fried by lightning.
No. Is anyone staying? Do you want to leave Polo? Do you want to tell Polo to come with you or stay?
Poor Polo, man.
Come
He's
with,
just a
come with.
babysitter. I think this has happened multiple times.
Would you like me to stay with the cart, or shall I
Would-
accompany you?
Would you like to stay with the cart, Polo?
No, that was scary.
Okay. I don't want you to
Scary
be
bastard.
scared, Polo. It's okay. You can
That
come
guy
with us.
rode down on a dragon made of sparks.
Yes, it was very scary.
Made of sparks.
Can I insight check him?
Polo?
See if he was actually scared, or is he putting on a front that he was
I
scared?
guess you can second.
it's like a girl
Natural
playing
one.
dumb.
You have no clue.
Awesome.
Polo
I did the same shit.
Polo's
I
a
got
genius,
natural
and
too.
Here's magic.
he's probably not even Polo. Let's be honest.
Oh my
I've been
god.
staring at him for a while.
Merrick,
Is there a spider?
shotgun.
It's
It's a
out.
spider, isn't it? Where is it? Where's the spider?
It's the Archmage. It's the Archmage.
It's okay. It's okay. There's no spider on you, Polo. There's no
He's
spider.
staring at me
What?
like a spider is on my face.
No, no.
Are you the Archmage?
He's not. He's not the Archmage. What? With my passive insight of 18, does it seem like Polo's actually scared or not?
Actually scared? He seems like he doesn't want to stay with the cart by himself.
Okay.
How the
It's no.
fuck did we get 2 natural ones in a row?
That's
No, it's
man.
black magic. I don't know. It's Polo. It's
Yeah,
Polo's
I
the
don't know.
Archmage.
Polo's in a
Like
No,
I said,
guys,
Merrick
Polo's
looks
not-
at him and racks shotgun.
Now, hey, it's okay. It's fine. What?
Hey,
Why? Why
okay.
the hostile intentions?
It's not hostile, just
Polo's,
getting ready
Polo's
for
the fucking
anything.
Archmage. I know it. This motherfucker's been following us the whole time.
Quick draw.
The whole
How-
party starts disbanding and going on each other.
Yeah. So you guys start making your way further down. Now
It's like the meme with the Spider-Man.
the first
Got
part,
ourselves a Mexican standoff.
the first few hundred feet of the cave after the tunnel narrows, there are. It's obviously old structures, but there's infrastructure to this cave as if it wasn't naturally forming, as if it was hand dug and then supported by sandstone masonry along it.
Okay.
And some of it's getting up there in age. Some of it's
So,
crumbling in
I would
places.
mold earth for them
Can I?
to be.
In other words, you would say that the thermostat has buttons instead of a touchscreen. Is what I'm hearing.
There would not be a thermostat.
Oh.
Can I keep an eye out for any historical or religious artifacts?
That's what Merrick, I was about to ask. Merrick's gonna
We'll
look
get
for
there.
anything religious. Fine.
There.
Or magical, I'm also gonna,
Is True
cast
Set still up
detect
for me?
magic. No.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. No, it's not.
Okay.
No, because we didn't actually, did we actually do it?
Did we?
I don't think so.
Alright.
But I'll do detect magic and see if there's any magical things along with keep my eye out for religious and historical artifacts.
Okay. You all begin heading further down into this tunnel, and as you get to a point where it's no longer so exposed to weather, lots of sandstorms, and not much corrodes more than sand and salt. As you guys get further and further down, a lot of the wear and tear kind of fades away, as a lot of this has been untouched for a long time. And you pass a skeleton or two along your way. Some of them with horns, depicting minotaurs, completely rotted away leather garments at this point.
Okay. Before we go any further, I would like to put out there that I rolled a perception check just for anything. Rolled a natural 20 for a 32, so I would love to know anything.
I'll tell you.
And I also
Okay, I'm sorry. I
17.
apologize.
Not 32.
You all heading further and further down. It honestly takes a good 20 or 30 minutes to get to anything different than what you've been seeing so far. You get to a point where it levels off, and you're no longer heading down, but you're more heading on a flat surface. And you've passed a lot of, you know how in a morgue there's those lockers where they rolling out the body? Imagine that, but in a stone sense, where like people are actually buried in the wall. A tomb of some sort. And you pass, I mean, probably hundreds of them. Actually, more along the lines of thousands, given the distance, because they're stacked floor to ceiling in the walls.
I would ask Miss McKnight to cast Detect Undead. Is that a thing that you can do? I mean, it has to be. You're a level 11 cleric, right?
Level 11.
I
Death
can
cleric.
detect evil and good.
Which depicts undead.
There's a lot of bodies in here.
I can do that. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, no hits.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, no
I'm
Resident
also-
Evil.
I'm also casting detect magic as well.
You don't see anything immediately. But how long can you keep detect magic up?
It is concentration.
Up
to
to
10 minutes.
Up to
10 minutes?
up to 10 minutes. Yeah, you don't pick up anything at this point.
And then whenever I'll just like re-up it.
Okay. You're gonna have to use it about 5 times
Jesus.
About 5 times.
for the whole
Spells you
game.
have.
Is this tunnel gonna take 2 days, you think? Or just 1 day?
You said up to 10 minutes,
Okay.
so
Is this tunnel?
50 minutes.
Oh. Never mind.
Not even a full hour, guys.
we travel
Damn.
20 minutes a day.
So 50 minutes. That's how much is left in the tunnel.
Jeez.
So the first detect magic, you don't get any pings on. If you want to keep casting, you can. Just make sure you mark off a slot for every 10 minutes. Or you can save it and just do another one towards the end.
Yeah, I'll do another one towards the end.
And I wouldn't normally tell you how long the tunnel is, but it's pretty self-evident when you get to. As another 40 minutes goes by of literally passing sarcophagus after sarcophagus lined wall, the entire way forward, you get to a point where the sarcophaguses stop, and there is every now and then there's a shelf on a very smooth sandstone wall, and on these shelves are shattered jars, and they look like the jar you used to have.
Oh, I'm going to collect. I'll do detect magic on that,
There's nothing.
and then There's nothing. And then I'll collect them. I'll collect every jar I can and put them
Where?
Eric's gonna help out collecting.
Put them where?
in my backpack. In the backpack.
Eric's gonna
Yeah,
help by
too
putting
many
him in the bag of
jars.
holding.
Oh, too large?
Too many jars.
Oh, too many jars. How many jars are there?
They're all broken. There's a lot of pieces.
We're sweeping dust into the bag of holding.
A lot of pieces. I mean, if you were to make a guess, I would say you're picking up worth like 100 jars worth of pieces.
Okay. Is it something I can do
Dude.
mending on? To
You could restore the jar to its shape, give it the same magic it had. That's a different story.
Okay, I'm gonna restore the jar. One jar. I'll restore 2 jars to its shape.
To its shape. And
Eric's
keep
gonna
it
ask for 4 restored.
4. Okay. So 6 jars between you. All right.
Yeah.
There's no magic is restored, but the shape is restored.
Okay. Can I think of how they? Do I see any inscriptions or anything, depicting on how they made these jars in the ruins?
not on the walls or anything like that. No, you don't. But the jars do have the same symbols as yours. They're identical to what you had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As you
Alright.
guys make it towards the end, it's just like that vision you had, Eric. And obviously the journey was blurry because of how quickly the vision took you through the tunnel, but the end is the same. 2 doors. One of them ornately carved and depicting the 3 deities of old Calistone. And that one's the one to the left. And then the one to the right, a more roughly carved stone tunnel with hanging roots and vines, both of them going down. And in the middle, on the wall, towards the top of the rail, where the door rails would be, hanging on 2 hooks, is a blue sword. On the ground around these entrances is the slightly corroded armor and skeletons of blue orcs in that armor. About 10.
I'll cast detect magic on that,
Were there-
and then detect evil, good and evil on that as well.
Detect
Were there
good.
any?
Good.
Were there any slots when we were going down? You know where you said there was coffins and all that, but there was empty ones.
None of them were empty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Merrick's gonna try to lay these bodies to rest, kinda like.
You gotta pick them up and put them in like a formal, respectful position and whatnot.
Yeah, take their armor
No.
off and like put their armor where it's like their body's here, then the armor's right there at the end.
And seeing that, do I see any detect, or with my detect good and evil, do I see anything?
So we'll get to which one did you do first? Detect good and evil or detect?
I would have done detect good and evil and then detect magic.
Detect good and evil gives you nothing.
Hmm.
Detect magic blinds you temporarily. Usually you get a faint glow off an object if it's magical. When you look at the sword, it is so incredibly bright that you have sunspots in your eyes.
Oh, geez, okay. Are the individuals around them magical?
No.
Okay. I'm the do ceremony on the individuals around them then.
Dora would like to check the place for traps.
Give me an investigation check.
Righty.
How far down is the
Luckily,
way?
because of
Merrick's
my,
gonna go?
because of
You have
my
to go and find out.
my little thingy, because of my class, I rolled a 4 instead. Now it's a 20.
There you go. There you go.
Damn.
No traps.
Okay.
Do I see any inscriptions, religious inscriptions, or magical runes or anything?
Magical runes, not so much. Religious inscriptions in Calistone. Can you read Calistone?
Ooh, I can.
He was reading a lot in the library, right?
I
Or
was reading a lot in the library. Yeah.
would he have picked some of that up?
In religious senses, you probably would have been able to pick up some. You know this as a... Basically, you read what you can, and it translates to a place where they used to commune, and this is on the door, the beams of the door.
Mhm.
This is basically a place they would commune with their dead.
Okay, so through the doorway is a place that they used to talk to their dead. Okay. Does it say anything about the sword hanging up?
No. You can tell
Is
that
there
the hooks that hang up the sword weren't put there when this place was built.
Is there
How
any three-kin symbols around where the door is for? The other
There's some
side?
similar looking symbols, but it's not modern common three-kin. It's like going from American English to like 14th century Saxon English.
Is there
There's
anything
a
Merrick
lot
can
of
make out?
difference.
Ah, I took this as an elective in my school in Bogtown.
You can make out the words that look very similar to what you use now as death and life in different places along the carved archway.
Guys, I might die this time. I'm a little scared.
It's gonna be okay. I really should have used the bathroom before I came in here. Okay. So this place is being used to seal the sword away, right?
This place was used, so not necessarily. The sword more or less got left here.
Okay.
Because if you remember when the queen mentioned it to you, the first king of Trajan took the sword and a group of his knights to lead a growing threat to his people into this tunnel as a last stand to distract the enemy from wiping out their people.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do what probably most people are thinking about me doing. Oh, Mr. McKnight, do you have something to add before I do this?
Yes.
All right,
Do
great.
you want to convene with a deity of some type to
What deity? Fuck. What's their fucking?
Why don't you do the deity of forging and smithing? It is a sword, so he might have made it. Or he might have helped
He
make
did
it.
make it.
I mean, any information would be helpful.
more along the lines? I was thinking more along the lines of like, if you were to take the sword, which I'm assuming is what you're thinking.
Yeah, I was gonna touch it and probably be transferred into a fucking shadow realm.
or die instantaneously, and then
Yeah, like everyone else.
Is
well,
the sword giving off life energy or anything?
It would be impossible for you to know.
I'm gonna take my chopsticks that I have now, as of right now. I'm gonna grab it and put it in the bag of holding. That way I don't touch it. Joking.
I mean, you could just come up from the bottom of it with the bag of holding and
just,
take it.
just
You
Alright.
to take the sword.
Yes.
You get within a few feet of the sword, and with the intent to remove it from its place, and
Well, with the intent to return it to its people. I would like
of course,
to.
But removing it nonetheless.
Debatable, but yes.
You are stopped at an arm's length of a glowing blue spectral entity, heavily armored, with a visor of a helmet lifted up. You can see an orc.
Can Merrick walk up to the
Anyone
sword to
else
see if
see
it
this,
happens?
or is it just me?
Everyone can see it.
Hey,
Can
good
Merrick kind of
sir.
walk up to the sword?
Goodness.
I want to see multiple blue spirits.
Its sword flings out at a hair's breadth from your neck and holds you in place.
Hard rush. No, for the love of God, please
I'm
don't.
gonna instantaneously bait and switch with him.
The ghost?
No, with Dora.
Okay.
So he's behind me.
You're now in front, hand held out. You are not the one who can take the sword.
Then I will step up.
You are not the one who can take this.
Can I see if I'm
I'm
up
the real
close to
Slim
the sword,
Shady.
right?
No, I'm the real Slim Shady.
Can I see any inscriptions on the sword?
It's actually fairly simple. No writings or anything on it. It is a blade. The handle and crossguard and pommel are made of some sort of blackish metal. don't immediately recognize. And the sword itself, it's hard to say it's made out of. It looks like it's solid and like shaped metal, but at the same time, it also kind of looks ethereal in a way.
Merrick's not gonna give off the intent that he wants to take it, but instead just look at it and study it.
Okay.
So does the sword still like hold up to me, or is
Goro-
it?
No, the sword's not
returning.
holding up to you. The ghost sword is at your name.
Can
Oh, the ghost sword's at my neck?
insight
I'm just gonna look at him
check?
like.
I'm
Well, who is
Yo.
able to
He gets a hand, I got a
able
sword.
to
Dora's gonna kind of just push through Elias and Mr. Knight.
Only the broken can be made whole again.
Oh, that's Dora then.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
so
well,
I'm
thanks,
about the
guys.
way. I'm about the
Yeah,
way.
thanks, guys. Yeah.
While he's doing that, I am gonna have my mind link open in case anything hears me.
Are you sure you want to fix yourself? Or try? Are you sure you want to on Garden of Truth?
Yes, I am.
Before he does that, I'm gonna cast Death Ward on him, and that allows him to, when his hit points drop to 0, then he instead of dropping to 0, it drops to 1.
Counterspell.
You cast a spell, it succeeds, but you see the ghost's face smirk a bit when you do so.
Yeah, confidence.
Can I make an insight check?
On the ghost?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I don't know what you're looking for, but sure.
Like if he'll kill us. Like he looks.
He will. I don't need an inside check. He
doesn't
He
look
will
like
kill us.
He'll
If
probably kill you if you try and take the sword.
yeah.
He'll probably
Can
kill you.
Merrick
He'll probably kill you.
mind link with him?
Oh my god.
No.
Let Dorogo die for the love of God.
No, you cannot mind link with him.
I just wanted to check and see if he can mind link with Ghost,
I mean,
or is it
you
unwilling?
don't know. You don't know if he's unwilling or if you're unable. It's hard to tell.
Okay. Just studying something.
Of respectful friends. Good news. Laying my fallen comrades to their side and giving them a proper form of burial is.
I'm
Were you
Very-
the leader?
I was the king. Yes.
Oh, Merrick's
Obviously.
gonna salute, and the 3 can salute.
Your name is Goro. Correct.
yes, sir.
That's part of the ritual, not accurate. It not necessarily means your name cannot be Doro. It was more like my people did that out of respect, and then it became a prophecy, not based on logic or reality. The
Oh, so-
reality is your soul has to be broken to attempt to claim a weapon that can unbreak your soul. I don't know really where the name came from on that matter. Maybe it is because it was my name.
Well,
So you're saying that anyone
mean-
could have gotten this that had a broken soul?
Well, it is very rare to have a broken soul.
well, I thought I was special. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
to be
so
fair,
one
it
So
is-
person
any
had a
guy-
broken soul.
Any guy who had just had his heart broken can just
Oh,
come grab the sword, I guess.
No.
Bad breakup. Fuck.
I mean,
How to
it
go
has
save
been
a people.
1,000 years since this sword is laid here, so it's probably very, very rare.
Yeah. um. About that, I would like to help your people.
I see.
By returning the sword to its rightful place.
Interesting. The one who claims this. You may, in fact, show it to me, but it will always come back to you. It will not
So-
cause problems with them if they did not tell you this. He did on purpose. They know, especially the ruler. It is passed down.
So do I have to claim this sword, or
To take
can I
it,
not?
to have it fix you, yes, that is how.
Oh,
Do I
okay.
have to have it?
I have to
Is it
accept.
no
Okay.
take backs? Can I sell
Oh,
it?
do not mistake, this is a powerful weapon, and it can aid you on whatever. He kind of pauses, and it almost looks like when he looks at all of you, he looks at you for a second. Never quests you are attempting.
There's a spider in my face.
Oh, not again!
Can I make an insight check? See if he's telling the truth about the like it would always come back to you part.
Yeah, you can test.
What's funny even rolling? 15. I haven't got over a 6 this whole time. by
He
the
I have
way.
a
seems to be
passive
telling
of
the truth.
18.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Alright. Hey.
In order for you to take this, you will have to be, or this sword, will have to be tested. This is
Well-
is the hard part. The test of combat strength, or ability to take and give life. A test of your will.
I was hoping it'd be a vision test, but I can do that too.
I suppose you are done with John.
I
I'll give him guidance.
You already have a spell on him.
I can do 2, right?
That's true.
Must be
That's true,
catatonic.
That's true. That's true.
I am ready.
He kind of puts an ethereal hand on your shoulder. Not cold, not hot. It just feels like a weight. It's hard to describe because when most people put a hand on your shoulder, it does just kind of feel like a weight, but it's
It
almost
feels like someone putting their hand on me.
it does feel in fact like someone putting your hand on you, but different in a way.
Okay.
Just hard to describe how it is different.
Death Ward is an action, and duration is 8 hours, so it's not even concentration.
Merrick's gonna pull his pistol out and
Oh.
prepare to disarm in case something happens.
Oh, Jesus.
He kind of looks at you. You wish
He's-
to disarm a ghost?
He's very
Not the
defensive.
ghost. If he grabs the sword and something happens, I'll disarm Shadow.
Okay. You will not be taking sword with where you are going. And unfortunately, no matter how noble companions are, must go alone.
I was tracking that part of this whole thing.
Very well.
I am. Yep.
Mr. Knight, what are we having for lunch?
Hold your breath.
I want to play patty cake.
Let's go.
Sorry, what'd you say? I heard something about patty cake and it really distracted me. I'm so sorry, sir.
Well, don't worry, guys. Y'all can just come with me to meet my bug god, apparently.
Doro is gone.
Oh, great.
So, this has been fun. Do you want to go back to the cart? Did you bring snacks?
Man.
Yeah, your friends suck.
Yeah, I mean, we got 2 months worth of food, and we've only
Oh,
been traveling
got
for
these-
like
I
two
got
and a half
these,
weeks.
I got these plants that make you poop really good. So, are those?
Prunes.
Do they make
Um,
you trip or just make you poop?
They just make you poop.
I mean, at this point, they're
if you
probably.
hold poop long enough, then it makes you kind of trippy in a way. But then you start pooping out your mouth.
Merrick's
That's
gonna look at Mr. McKnight, thinking that he might want to go down the path of the deities he follows.
Before anyone outside of Doro does anything, we're going to do
Yeah.
Doro's thing.
Okay.
Given
Th-
time
th-
and
start
space.
running down some path.
That'd be so funny. Let's roleplay what they do first, please. I would love that, actually.
No.
I'm gonna stay here.
So yeah.
Have a nice little picnic. Have some hardtack and some bread.
Well, that's what I was thinking was like, Elias will stay there, then me and Mr. McKnight would go off.
Doro, you wake up. And you have had a very confounding and incredibly detailed dream. You were on an airship. Became a mercenary. You were a rat at one point. You met all
Jesus.
these crazy fucking people. One of them was a traveling merchant, some dragonborn who just ditched for some odd reason. A
Man.
bug, a dwarf, a troll, another bug, some guy named Hector on a boat. A lot of things. Like, it's almost like you lived another life in this dream just for a brief period.
Ugh.
Kind of wake up to a place you recognize as Kalen Castellan's family's old cabin that they used to have. Not their primary house, but a cabin. And laying asleep next to you is your wife, Kalen, with her hand splayed across your chest.
Man.
Yeah, dead
If I ever get the chance, I'm gonna take Featherfall.
Yeah. What are you saying? Heather, what?
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. I had a dream.
Well, I'm up now. Oh, lovely. It's not even light out.
She already got
I can
sassed.
get.
Well,
I can get breakfast started.
oh no, you're too
want-
loud. We don't want to pick up
uh,
the kid. You just
Listen, I know I'm a klutz sometimes, but I like to do nice things.
I'll go and make. You just, I don't know. Get their lunches ready or something. They're going to have a long day at school.
Okay.
And
I give her a little kiss on the forehead.
Yeah. Yeah. You get a little bit of that. I just woke up. Kind of
Fuck
like
you
she
vibe.
she thinks it's sweet, but like it's definitely like a
Like, Jesus, I'm waking up.
yeah.
Go away.
Going about your day to day. You go about and you know where to go in the house, and you know where the food is, where your kids been, how old they are, how much food they would need, all that. You have 2 sons. What would you?
Without the experiences, would have named
Oh
my
no,
kid.
that's right. Your kids' names are Iris and Elias.
All right.
Oh.
Wait, I forgot. Iris,
Man.
the younger, and Elias, older. One of them 5, one of them 10.
I can remember Iris being a very troublesome child in the beginning, but eventually,
Eventually found religion.
yeah, eventually became a choir boy.
Yeah.
And Elias has never been much of a talker. I think he's on the spectrum.
I will say you kind of go about your house, and it's not the same cabin as you remember it from your dream, which is still kind of in the back of your head. It's one of those ones that you just kind of keep thinking about after you wake up. The cabin in your dream, it's much older, run down, and not very much used. Kind of just an extra space for the family. This one has been taken very well care of. Lived here for about 9 years now. You and Kaylin, having a shotgun wedding.
Yeah. Naturally.
You kind of go about your day, go through the motions, and you sit down to breakfast, and you see Kaylin has already made breakfast for the kids, and with good reason. She knows her children, and they wake up to bacon, and they kind of
That's
come.
why I love you.
They kind of come running in, and you guys all sit down and have a nice meal, and then she makes some tea, hot tea, not like iced tea, Texas, real. And you guys send them off to their first day of school of the year.
I would like to walk my kids to school.
You could, yeah,
Okay.
They're homeschooled.
you walk them through. You walk them through Bogtown, and kind of you see Orofine is kind of walking to her job. She's no longer working with Holman Jenkins at the store. She owns the store. Kind of have a little short conversation with her, and she kind of says hi to her nephews, and kind of gives them give them a little snack when you're not looking, or when you pretend to not be looking. And then you walk them to the schoolhouse, the communal house for the town. There's not a whole lot of kids of the same age, given it's a town, and so most of them are taught in the same place by a few different people depending on their age. There's no strict grading system here. It's just the ways of life kind of school. You kind of give them the but the typical goodbye, especially to the older, who's like, Dad, come on, I gotta go to school. Like, and then the younger, like, kind of clinging to your leg, and you kind of have to force them to go. You can make your way back home.
Can I get a cookie when I get home?
And you, Palin's just kind of waiting at the coffee table, and slides you your cup of tea, and kind of just finally is getting that sleepy look off of her face and rubbing the last bit of it out of her eyes. What's are you gonna go hunting today, or going to go back and sub in for the bartender again?
I'll stop by the bar. See if they need any help, and if they don't, then I'll be going out hunting. And after I get back, wanna try for another kid?
This town. Hot. Remember, if you see your mother in town, can you ask her? She has my and right as she says everything around you stops, except for you.
I like look side to side, in a very quick motion. Okay.
Frozen.
I go and try to touch her. Does she like move or anything?
Like she's made of stone.
My heart starts to quicken. My breathing it increases.
You hear a chuckle at the back of the room.
Quickly turn around, and some instinct of me goes to pull my bow that I assume is not on my back.
Not there. You see football face baboon standing upright on two legs.
I get confused and angry. You were in my dream.
It was, except let's be honest, it's not the truth. And you know
No.
that. Sit back down. We have to talk.
I don't.
Sit down.
I position myself in between my wife.
She's not gonna hurt here. I brought her here. Help. I told you I could get to her. I told I had. And you went and cut the chain anyway. You didn't have to do that. literally, despite your fighting, despite struggling, which I assume you naturally do, picks you up
Yes.
and sits you in a chair, and then sits across from you. It would help if your mind wasn't clouded, and he kind of just takes in a deep breath, releases it, and as his breath releases, reality comes back into shape for you. This isn't real. This is an illusion. Your Doro, the dream, was in fact real. This is, at best, a hope. Except for one part. That's actually Kaylin.
I let's rub my temples. What do you want?
I wanted to show you that. I wanted to show you I'm not all bad. I help each can help you.
Oh, how would I have this with you in my life? You want me to you want me to kill people? Like I can't do that to normal people and have this life.
You can see the logic confounding this very elaborate thing that he tried to put together. He's trying so hard to be civil. There are ways to make things happen. Don't seem like they should. Clever. You lie better than.
Well, I
Nice.
know you're lying because I'm not a good liar.
Here's the reality. I have her. You don't. And now we're here. Mine again. Now, when he says that, I want to know, what are you feeling right now?
Anger, like rage, a little bit of hopelessness.
A little bit of hopelessness. Mostly.
Yes.
He begins to go on a bit of a I won kind of thing. And you, there, but I think the anger is very, very palpable. You know Caitlin's actually sitting right in front of you. That's her body, that's her soul. That's everything that she is missing. And everything else around you very well could be an illusion, but she's not an illusion. And as these thoughts and his arrogance pours into you, do you at any point clench your fists?
Yeah. I was just about to say that my fists will be clenched.
There's something in your right hand.
I feel it, and if I can't determine what it is, I would look at it.
At first it feels you clench your fist. There's something there, but it's weightless. And you look down and you see that sword. It
I drive it into him.
Very quickly, drive it into it. Leaping up off of the table, or from behind the table, and driving the sword up to the hilt in the chest of Malar, you watch all of it fade away. Not the illusion around you, not the world. He built meticulously everything you think of to put it there. Watch the lie fade away. In the few seconds that it takes for this to happen, more like the few milliseconds it takes for this to happen, because you're very fast. The arrogance is gone. Wasn't confident. He was desperate. Gods aren't omniscient. As strong as they might be, they lose. Guy's not everything you thought he would be. He's not this know-all be-all. And sure, he found Kaylin, but he can't find her again when there's a fucking sword in his chest. Watch his image. It doesn't fade like all the other times into nothingness. You're stabbing a body, a firm, real being. You're not stabbing air. Twist it. You hear.
Is this his form?
This is.
Or am I stabbing someone else? Him?
Him.
Okay.
Looks, glares, anger and helplessness turned on its head. Exact feelings just felt. A god, a being of power that should leave them immortal. He's dying right before. Every angry moment, every horrible, downtrodden feeling you've ever had in your life that has been caused by him leaking out of him like palpable blood. You can see energy of the malice, the twisted curses, everything coming from his body. You are essentially destroying what holds together an element of unnatural life. And as this sword sinks and twists further into what is Malar, the realization sinks in. You never were broken. Not in a sense of a soul. To have a fractured soul, next to impossible. It would have to take a being with a soul so incomprehensibly large that it is able to break in half as opposed to shatter all at once. It never broke. He just had half of it hidden away. Used your fear, used your hopelessness, your despair, and he used it against you to make you into half a person. And in this moment, as a god lets out its dying breath, it all comes back to you. You're in control. And no one else, no matter what, outside of directly killing you, will ever control. And as this thought and these feelings and the death of a deity takes place, you find yourself back into the room with your friends. No time has passed.
In the final moments of that, looking into his eyes, Should have picked another elf to mess with.
You guys
Fuck
watch as Doro reappears. The sword's no longer
I
on
want to
the
go down
wall.
that. Oh, hey.
The sword is no longer on the wall. And
There-
lying unconscious on the ground next to him is Kalen Castellan.
Oh.
I drop to my knees.
Like I said, she's a witch.
Doro immediately drops to his knees and holds her in his arms.
She's unconscious,
can
but
I-
she is alive.
Can I realize what? Can I do lesser restoration or cure wounds to make her conscious?
To wake her up.
Yeah.
You can tell that her body is very tired. You can tell it might be better to let her sleep right now.
Okay.
Might be better for her actual health.
You want to just take her back to the cart?
I think Doro. Well, Doro, what do you think?
That's what I was asking, was Doro.
I mean, we need to get her somewhere safe.
Merrick's gonna take out of his bag the steering column and hand it to Doro.
I don't know. I don't know how to attach this.
Explain how to attach this.
I'm not gonna remember this at all.
And he's gonna. The last thing is he's gonna hand you the book that explains it.
No,
And this is his book.
this is not
User
this is
manual.
not something
User manual.
that I am emotionally able to comprehend at the moment.
Okay, I pick up
And he's
Kalen.
gonna
Lever
look-
A needs to go in the B position. I don't understand this shit.
He's gonna look
Which
at
one's level A?
Elias.
Which one's?
He looks at Elias and hands it to him.
I grab it.
Because you were usually sticking with Doro, so.
You run back to the cart with Kaylin and kind of make sure she's comfortable and in a safe position and kind of keep watch over her, setting up the cart just in case you need to make a quick getaway. Those of you who aren't Doro, Dan's quite a bit taller. The sword, even though he does eventually put it away, what do? Put it on the ground? Because you don't have a sheath for it.
I would not put it on the ground.
Don't tie it to your waist, because that will.
I would say, in the aspect of looking for something to do with it, so you can pick up Kaylin, it begins to leave your hand and floats alongside you.
I was about to say something along those lines. I would have toyed with that, but yep, that's.
I will send you this object later tonight when I have finished
Jesus.
creating it.
I am wielding a god killer.
You are wielding a god-killing weapon.
Noise.
All right.
Doro
I'm gonna
stands
lose
quite
this.
a bit taller. Doro's eyes are noticeably different. They have
They're blue.
irises have green flecks flowing in them, like a cerulean green.
I
You
would.
better be happy you didn't say blue,
And-
because I would have shot your ass real quick.
Yeah, I draw the sword.
And he has a shadow. Normal. Back
I-
where it's supposed to be.
I would assume that I, being as perceptive as I am, could probably tell that I am looking at everyone slightly differently.
Yeah, everyone
Probably
else.
not.
I mean,
with you
a
being
lot.
where you're with Kaylin.
Most of them would probably be more concerned. This would be passing
All right.
notices.
All right.
As Kaylin is placed on the cart, is everyone else
I'm with Doro.
with Doro?
Yeah,
Merrick's
I'm with
starting
Doro
down
also.
his path.
Eric's starting down
Oh.
his path.
That's why he handed everything to Doro. Well, he handed it to Elias because Doro was not in his right mind.
Well,
He's worried with.
There are a few other things that I will be sending to you later, Doro, that you get.
Alrighty. More curses. But Dora would start to craft a makeshift headrest out of rope. So basically, it'd be the equivalent of like 3 square knots and 1 half knot.
I have to ask, how do you feel?
Relieved. Probably taller. um. Yeah, mainly relieved, happy, and still some worry. But majority of the feelings are positive.
Does she look injured at all?
No, she just looks
Okay.
very tired. Looks like her body looks like it's just, you know, like you ever pick up, or I guess not pick up. You ever see someone who's in a coma? That's what she looks like. But she's
Yeah,
not,
all the time.
she's not in a coma. So Merrick has started down his path. A little over an hour at this point.
Okay.
I would say sitting on a pile of bodies is a green and blue orb. His lightning
And-
arm is gone, and he's holding both axes in one hand.
I assume he's looking towards the exit.
Actually looking off and he looks pretty depressed.
Okay.
He is
I'll
blind.
relay that information to whoever's around me.
Well, where's Merrick?
He went
Yeah, I
down
would've
the
told y'all.
tunnel.
I would have
Oh,
told y'all last
I would've-
time.
Mr. Knight, you want to go help him?
I'm gonna go down there. With
Yeah,
him.
you guys go help him. I can
I'll
stay.
stay
Well, that's why I was
here,
gonna-
sir.
No, I'm staying here.
Yes,
That's
thank
why I
thank
tried to
you.
ask before we went with the whole
No, you're good.
spiel. That did you want to go down your path? Because there was also the Egyptian gods, so we can split this up,
Cool.
make it shorter.
I would go down your path with you to make sure that you're okay.
Okay.
That's what my character would do. Or my guy would do.
You go down the path. 30 minutes. And you're at the bottom. It is kind of gross. It's a lot damper in this part, and almost effective immediately as you leave the tunnel you were in and enter this path down. It is very moist and damp. The air is thick with humidity as to sustain life. There are small insects, centipedes, spiders, ants all over the walls, not in layers, but just crawling here and there.
I still have my telepath open too.
As you get further and further down, probably traveling at about like, come into a familiar, very large chamber. Thousands of feet in every direction. How big it is. And it is very dark. As you walk
You want
through,
me to cast light?
you're the only one who
And the mind link. And the mind link.
Yeah, you just hear very real softly.
as you come into this chamber, like I said, dark vision only extends out to a certain distance. So it becomes dark at a distance. There's a limit to what you can see. It takes a minute to reach any semblance of anything important. You arrive at what would be, it almost looks kind of like, in a modern way, described as a bird feeder, a concrete or stone column coming up to a large bowl, but it is not made of like stone, it is made of black iron. And in this pool is a glowing greenish liquid. And as you arrive at this small thing, you begin to hear like clack, 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 clack. It's nothing speeding up or moving quickly. It's actually very distinct there's space in distance between the clacks. Like many legs working in tandem along a very large body.
You see, I can't see it yet.
Not yet.
Can I take the scope off my gun and look?
I don't think that's necessary because it doesn't take long for it to come into view. For everyone except for his
What?
yeah,
I forgot he would be like that. He's not touching anybody.
you see that thing. It's gotta be the biggest thing. It dwarfs the giant. Gotta be. Can't even see all of it. Dark vision. So long. Easily 1,000 feet long or more. Its face is constantly shifting from one face to another. And it settles on the face of your mom. Finally.
Merrick's a little agitated, but he's trying not to show it.
And it comes down to within about 10 feet off the ground. No, that's not accurate. Within about, basically it has to flatten itself all the way out, be as close to eye level with you as it can, and its eyes are still about 30 feet off the ground. That's not gonna get picked up. Tried that voice, too quiet. Yep, that makes sense.
You called for me?
I'm Rache here. You're one of them.
Merrick's instantly gonna look around to see if Elias or Fisherman Knight's there.
Yeah, they're there.
Okay, because he said you're the only one left. So I was like, wait, hold on, did he kill them?
No, he's talking about your people.
Okay.
Oh, them or taken. And you hear soft sliding, and you see the carapaces of ancient queens walking around and kind of gather around you in a large circle, probably 2 or 3 dozen of them, but old, very old.
Merrick's instantly gonna drop to a knee.
Rise. They are not rulers.
Merrick will rise, but he will still look at him like, but they are former rulers. I should show them at least a little respect.
They are deserving of respect, but not in a way you. They are the last of the. When our people still shared divinity.
Are you part of my species?
I am the progenitor species. Or great grandfather.
Merrick's just kind of like dumbfounded and kind of looking at him like in awe.
I made them. I thought matriarch at the head, the species will thrive, and in a way, they have. In another, they have given up their soul. Technology, way of the future. Yes, it has to be a semblance. Guide people.
Are you suggesting that we not ignore technology, but respect our religion more than technology?
No religion. I am gods. I was created as you were, not made of divine powers. I am telling you that the merciless, relentless grind and sacrifice, yes, and technology the lives of millions left out to are not tools, not born to people. And the last century, that and it is stripped away what would be your equivalent to humanity. And now that you're queen, nothing. I feel as if now is the best time to change the pace. Bring a new light to your empire.
Merrick's gonna, still kind of pondering, think we were supposed to be individuals, and he's kind of getting it now that they were indoctrinated as kids. That I mean, they took away anything where that would be individuals.
Individuality.
Yeah. And he still loves his mother, but he kind of feels anger a little towards her.
Not fault her. As you're thinking that, as you're feeling that, he says that. She only a product of what came from her. He's not the cause of the problem, or a symptom. He is not it. And what she did, although it was a mistake, great difficulty, and she did not deserve what has happened. Nor did any of your brothers. But we are going. You are going. Be a new era now. But it will be great responsibility. You will have to stand of leadership and rule as king.
Merrick just shocked by hearing this. Thinking to himself, they've never had a king, it's always been the queen. How could he take over?
That's for you to figure out. I cannot give you the answer. I don't. I just know I can give you strength, the ability to be a step above, to be better than what came before, and to avenge what happened.
Merrick's definitely gonna perk up when he hears that he's getting the strength to avenge.
Must know she is lost. way that it was before will ever.
If I can give her peace, that's all that matters to me.
And with this new kingdom and your people saved, what would you do?
Hopefully lead my people in a way that would make you proud and future generations better off than what they were.
Don't have much choice in that, as you. I call it Blackbeard.
What happened to them?
Dead. Either by undead, blue-eyed, and
You're
may
gonna
well
see
be corpses.
You're gonna see Merrick instantly grab the symbol, knowing he was supposed to lead these men, and they're gone.
But I understand. Left, not dead or under control. One of them is lost somewhere in a swamp. I'm in there.
Sorry about the laugh.
I know, I'm laughing too.
It's like,
Poor Esteban.
okay. Yeah, he's still taken in by the loss of his own men. Like, it is kind of crippling him that to think of it, but he knows that he still has work to do, and he still can avenge them. So he looks high up to him. If you give me this power, I will not fail you.
No. You will either.
If I fail, my soul will burn.
That is true. That is, in fact, the alternative. Very well. This will hurt quite a bit. But if you are willing, drink of that.
How big's the bowl?
It's like a good potato salad serving at a potluck.
Okay. Merrick's gonna look
Let
into
me eyeball it.
And he's like looking into the liquid, knowing the responsibility he's about to take. And it's just like kind of that pressure that just fell on his shoulders. But he thinks back to the wound on his side where his friend had given him a responsibility already, and he knows that to not fail him, he needs the power. And he's just gonna gulp it.
Blue eyes.
Merrick's body sheds its entire skin. You feel the skin hard chitinous scale melt off your body, and intense heat radiates off. A few things change about you, Merrick. You're no longer 5 foot something. You're like 7 feet tall. Your arms, the extra ones, they're no longer itty bitty T-Rex arms. They're full arms, equivalent to the ones you have on your primary shoulder. There's these long, translucent things that grow from your back, and what Elias and Mr. McKnight can see to be wings. Merrick, you now have a fly speed equal to your own. Your strength, constitution, and dexterity have all gone up 2 points.
Ooh.
You now have your bonus action multi-attack. You now have a bonus action multi-attack for each of your arms, not just
Oh,
2 primary.
Jesus!
What the fuck?
So, is that
Damn.
bonus action he attacks with each of his arms, or is
He
that like?
said my strength went up by 2. What else went up by 2?
Dex and constitution.
So I'm already have a 20 dex. So I get 22 dex?
Yes.
Oh
Ooh.
God!
Damn.
Damn!
Damn.
Alright, what else do I need to add to my sheet?
A fly speed equal to your movement speed.
Pretty fucking good.
You have
It's
grown
pretty-
to 7 feet tall. You are much more muscular.
You are no longer a tunneler.
Yeah.
Damn.
You are the first, and maybe last, depending on how this campaign goes, Three-kin king.
King of
Hey.
one.
Okay, now I have a question.
Does that fuck with my ability? Like, can I actually control?
Also, your mind link, its range is extended to 1,000 feet.
Whoa. Damn.
I
Damn.
now go so much farther ahead of everyone else. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Alright, but I do have a very important question. What happened to those stones that were inside of his...
Nothing. They stayed inside his skin.
Okay.
What'd you say about my attacks?
So, every time you make a primary attack with your action, you have the option to take the bonus action to attack with your offhand. So, seeing you have 3 useful arms to attack with your offhand, you get to use all 3 of them during that bonus action offhand attack. So,
Bam.
4 attacks, not including 3 attacks just with the bonus action.
So
Give him...
attack, bonus action, and then the additional just 1 attack, but no bonus action. after that.
Yes.
So he has 6
That is
attacks.
still 6
Wow.
attacks.
Yeah, that's pretty
And then if he does
good.
action
Oh my
surge, he has
God.
9 attacks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Know what this means? Know what this means is that we're going to fight something really big and really bad.
Oh yeah, the big bad's coming.
Hey,
Yeah.
can you give that to Elias as well?
Elias got his power up. What do you mean?
Yeah.
He's a fucking
He's a
dragon,
dragon.
dude.
He said, so I got 40 feet of walking and 40 feet of flying.
Yes.
Now, I have a question. Here's something that more for visual. Is it like a bumblebee with the wings, where it's like
No,
and
or
keep them up, or is it like a boom, boom?
Think more like they fold in like a grasshopper's does,
Okay.
and
Wow.
then when they fully come out, it's like a Hercules beetle.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm automatically gonna pick that my skin color is now full black with red eyes.
That is fine. You can change it at will as normal. Yeah, you are now the first and potentially last Three-kin king. It depends on how
Oh,
this goes.
I take a
Alright,
bow
guess
when I
what?
see him.
I got a 15 initiative now.
Good God.
shit.
Good God.
21 armor class. Everything on my
God.
weapons is either 10 or 12.
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations. I told you, folks. Getting into the end game, you have to be strong.
Can we just play a normal campaign with these characters? Be nice. I want to go fight some bandits,
I don't
please.
do normal, my guy.
Please, bandits.
Can we have like
Come
a
on,
goblin
we-
encounter where we
we
just
gotta
like,
go hunt now,
completely-
guys.
maybe like a goblin encounter,
now
or
I
like maybe a wolf encounter.
Now I can fly at a fucking melee range and just start picking motherfuckers off.
As you
Ooh.
finally realize your transformation, as you understand the strength and abilities you now have, you watch as the queen husks one by one drop to dust, and the centipede, known formerly as the Terror, chokes and dies, having given its last vestiges of power for a new chance for its children. And that, my friends, was a Titan. That was one of my world's
Well,
Titans.
My question is, how do you create more Three-kin?
That
Are
looks
you
like,
asexual? Are you asexual now, or are you
You shit him out.
and I think it was always.
that is a question for a later date. Let's move on. Thank you.
No, we need to talk about this now.
Does he have to have sex with his brother?
No, I do have another
Yeah.
question.
I
not
feel like
Brandon
there's
and
gonna be
Nate.
like a
Aww.
I feel like there's still queens out there I could probably find and have, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to like mate with them. It would just be
Sensual.
You
they're
remember
pretty,
your
but
queen
I'll
had
be.
your queen had daughters. There were 4
Yeah.
princesses, I believe.
Yeah, there's
You're
still 4
go-
princesses out there.
They're your sisters. Keep
They
that
are
in
your
mind.
sisters.
Well, I don't have.
They
I
considered
don't have any.
stepsisters?
Guys, I don't have genitals. There's no.
Guys, come on.
He's a bug.
There's
He's that
nothing
guy.
there.
He's
Yeah.
a bug.
No
Yeah, but
genitals.
you're a king. You're a king,
He's also-
and they're your sisters.
You deserve a big dick.
To be
okay?
fair, every queen ever has. Let's not get into that. Let's just not get into
I mean,
As
if you think
see
about
this stuff happen around you. Shut up, Brandon.
it's like black ants, right? It's they save the DNA of
What'd you
the
say?
black ants, crazy ants.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
What
Okay.
did you think I said?
Let's
Never
move on.
mind, don't say that.
As you see all these things and you feel the strength, chamber itself starts to fade, and you understand, guys.
I'm not running. I'm flying up the steps. My new wing.
I grab onto one of his arms.
Yeah, I can literally grab.
His
I can
big,
grab them.
strong
Yeah,
arm.
you can easily carry Mr. McKay.
So I'm a mind link with them. Dora didn't come with us. I can scare him. Because he's still excited about this new power. I can scare him, guys.
You guys
So
take...
I
Oh, go ahead.
play dead.
All right. So as they were down there, I would like to point out that Doro has been, with Elias, has been trying to reconnect the steering wheel.
Uh-huh.
So do you
Do I
want
have
me
to,
to make
like-
any
yeah.
rolls or anything about that?
I mean, he's got the book.
No,
so
he gave you
it's not
he gave you
detailed.
good instructions.
Damn it! I really wanted to roll.
I wanna roll.
roll really low.
Um,
Please make us roll.
I'm
Make us roll, please.
I'm gonna try to put
Okay.
this mission to drive, and it's just gonna go.
So
Oh no, the book's not in my pocket. What?
What happened?
once I get close
Where'd it
enough,
go?
well, actually, I'm already gonna do it because I know I'm in range. I'm gonna tell him something went wrong.
I hear a buzzing coming up through the fucking tunnel, right?
you hear a buzzing for sure.
Oh,
Mr.
great.
Knight, are you acting dead?
I'm acting dead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna instantly turn to the dragon.
You instantly turn into a dragon. You
Can you
I'm
fit?
going to cast invisibility on Kalen.
okay?
Can with my passive insight of 18, will I catch if anything's wrong? Like if
McKnight,
he's
give me a deception roll.
I also have a 20, passive 20 insight.
Nice. Let's see. Not too bad. 12, I think. Right?
all right.
Mr.
So-
Knight looks like it's playing dead.
Okay.
And Merrick's huge.
with-
Though it is disconcerting, Merrick
Yeah.
is fucking huge.
Yeah. So with the insight check, do you want me to roll another one to see if Merrick was kidding around as well, saying something went wrong?
Do I need to get
Yeah, you probably need to give it this.
Okay. Here's this. I suck at deception. Let's do this. 11. I did worse than Mr. McKnight, so yeah.
All right,
We just know.
18.
I wouldn't
Like,
have
okay.
turned to the dragon.
Yeah.
Because he told us.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have told.
And like, okay, well they're messing around. Why is there buzzing coming up the tunnel then? Doro's very confused. He's still gonna cast invisibility on.
So, you get back up there. Obviously, they're lying.
We got
Yeah,
you.
but seeing a giant black flying
We totally
insect
got you
here,
guys.
Mr. McGuy is kind of.
Yeah, Mr. McKnight, we got
So,
you.
how we do? How we do?
that.
Did perfect.
Merrick's
it
giving
was
you like
not-
the weirdest
so much.
smile because they can't really tell. They're just like,
It looks menacing.
His mouth is open.
I can see. I can
He's
see.
holding on with one arm and he's just like looking with one eye. Just...
Yeah, he's like,
Oh.
Are we there yet?
Oh, we got.
Like
we
I have
got
a
him.
big smile on my face the whole time. Like, gotta get him.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
you see,
dead
you
guy.
recognize the facial structure of Merrick, but he's very different. He's very different.
All right.
Okay.
So did only the tunnel of Merrick's
Collapse. Yes, only
collapse?
that one.
Only that one?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
But there was
So
another
there's
one, right?
three more. There's 3 more. There's 2 more tunnels.
There's one more.
one more.
One more tunnel.
Okay. Well, I will go down. I do believe I'm going to go down the tunnel with my god and my former god's inscriptions on it. Would anyone like to join me?
Merrick, you want to watch them? You've already done.
Merrick's gonna go make sure y'all didn't fuck up the cart. Yeah, he's gonna stay up there and, start making
Fucking
sure y'all didn't
flying,
fuck it
just-
up. Like,
Yeah, I'll
Tighten
go with
some
them.
bolts.
My arms are too
You're-
big to work these things now.
yeah. Actually,
well,
how does his cart work now? Since he's 2 feet taller and
yeah,
has
the
big,
shield
meaty
is
man
like,
arms.
I'm looking over the shield now, like,
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to duck down. You're also wider too, so you kind of have to.
Yes, another 6 months to refit the cart.
Yeah. It's
Thor,
okay.
you good?
You'll make it work.
Go help him out.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm gonna point out before you leave, you see Merrick like playing with his wings. They're going out, in, and he's just looking happy.
He's like a little
Yeah.
kid with like a new
Yeah.
toy.
Doros definitely.
He's a child king.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
As long as
I'm
it's
the
not
prince.
John 3, we're good.
Yep.
Yeah, Doros definitely
too soon.
visibly distracted by his newfound appearance,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I assume that
I'm
you.
taller than Doro and Elias now. I'm looking at him like,
You're of a height with Mr. McKnight when he's fearful.
Actually, so I was 6 foot and I'm taller, right? I don't think I'm a foot taller.
You're 6'3" now.
All right, 3 inches. Let's go.
It goes a long way in some places.
I checked my
Yeah,
penis.
I agree.
All right, hold on. I need to re-roll penis size. Give me a second.
No.
Wait, do I have to re-roll for my dragon penis?
So sorry.
My dragon penis?
No.
Because it's a whole different person, right?
It's
No.
technically a female dragon.
That's
So
definitely-
Female,
scales on
so
my
you
dick.
I
lose
get it's been
inches
a
for
few
that one.
weeks, guys, but shut the fuck up.
Do I have scales on my dick?
No.
Fuck. I was really expecting that.
No dragon dick. Sorry. No dick for
Well,
you
you're-
girls.
Your dragon's a girl, so you would have a
Let's
vagina.
go. Let's go.
That's also true. You, if anything, you would have a vagina. Yeah.
Elias has a vagina.
yeah, this is how Merrick
Wait,
feels.
so I
There's
have a
nothing
dick
there.
and a vagina?
No.
Wait, I can fuck myself.
Okay.
No.
There you go.
Yeah, we're done.
That's good.
You,
Miss
you
McKnight
get her
fling.
to take control, and there you go. There you go, son.
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 Trying my best. I'm trying my best.
So
Trying my
sorry.
best.
The tunnel collapses. Sorry.
Anyways, I start walking down.
We
the tunnel
digress.
Of
Yes.
Anubis and Ra.
You go into the double doors. They open automatically for you. This tunnel is not go down. This tunnel goes straight.
Okay.
You walk forward in this tunnel a measly 100 feet. Not far. But the doors do close.
I kind of like look out the side of my, kind of like look behind me a little bit, but then try to keep my eyes forward.
Am I allowed in?
I would say, actually, you might be the
Is
only
it-
one who would be allowed in out of all the other
Weren't you
characters.
Anubis's follower to start with, though? Didn't you talk to him for a while?
With that,
Is it dark in there?
no. There
okay.
are sconces
Yes.
on the wall. They are
Okay.
seem to be lit, but there's not burning anything. They're just metal sconces with fire in them. You head further in, and at the very end, which isn't much further from the very beginning, there's a small room, and there is a small table, about waist high for you. And on this table is an old school scale, where you could put a weight on one side and it would lower and the other side would raise and vice versa.
I would walk up to the scale.
There's also a white
Um,
feather on the table.
Oh, well then, I think I would understand that they're wanting to scale or someone is wanting something being scaled here. I look around the room first to see if there's any DTs or anything else in the room. No. I put the feather on. Which side is the feather on? Left side or right side?
In the middle.
In the middle. Okay. Are there different emblems or different things on the scale?
Very plain.
Okay. I place. Just that. I place my holy symbol and the feather on the scale.
Before you place either of them on the scale, a ebony black hand, clawed fingers, fairly long fingers, rests its on yours, prevent you from doing so. You look
Okay.
up into Anubis. You
Oh, I'm.
to push feather on the scale would be to lay your judgment on death. Dead.
No, not that I know of. No.
Of come here. Commune. Dead. You have no dead to commune. Could you?
To learn more about you and to seek guidance.
Serve. Serve.
To serve, yes.
Serve would be two options. To serve would be that right wrong. Serve would die.
I understand. I understand that in order to help those that need it most, I would most likely have to sacrifice myself to that cause.
Perhaps.
There's
Perhaps.
speaking of that,
Buck,
there was
hello. Thank you.
Oh.
My mic was acting up.
Um.
Perhaps. Sacrifice. But that is not how you will serve me now. There is a great injustice. As you know, I watch over guide. And when thousands, and you can hear the anger building in his thousands of the dead are lifted from my dominion and brought into service. It can't be.
yes. I think I know of who you speak. Yes, I used the abilities you gave me to look at the army of thousand undead. They were marching on a town.
Have not begun. And you have been taught the basics. You are no master in life. He kind of picks up the feather. One day, I will judge you like all. Everything dies. And gods. Quite recently, I had the pleasure of judging one of my colleagues, and I sent his spits of
I'm I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I've tried to live a good life, helping others, but I feel like my past has still clouded my judgment with certain circumstances, causing more harm than good. Um, so it's hard to tell from my point of view.
Have broken no laws of nature. Have not defied the elements as they sit. You have done that capacity. You have done more good than in terms of life and death. There is still a done, and I have left to do it, but and I would just let things careen out of control and move on to the next galaxy, the next universe, as you will. But I do not believe I will be at this time. See, they tricked us, lied to us, they manipulated us. And you can see the instead of popping his knuckles when he clenches his fists as like a normal person would, the knuckles quite literally break and remend themselves. The strength and fury is so much.
Who's they?
No, you were
The
there at
Archmages?
the council with me.
Yes.
Normally, I would not care, but I take such. And I would have you fix them. And he presses his finger 5 inches into your sternum and out the back of your spine. You feel quite literally the breath being driven out of you, and you feel your legs go numb, yet you don't fall. Your heart doesn't stop beating. You don't lose a feeling. At least, not all of it. And as he pulls his finger from your sternum, you feel power. A tiny shard of what it is to be a noob in your chest. And you know it. You know the responsibility and anger that has just been pushed onto you. As his finger pulls from your broken sternum and spine and your body remends itself painfully, you will serve you. And if successful, grant you true visage and persona life.
Yes, yes, sir.
You blink, and he is gone. Once a day, for 3 rounds a day, every spell you cast is effectively doubled in effectiveness. The damage number is
Wow.
doubled. The saving throw for enemies is at disadvantage always, unless they have something to counteract that. The range of the spell is doubled. The area of effect of the spell can be doubled if you would like. The number of entities a single target spell now affects more than one, so on and so forth. The amount of healing is doubled.
Jeez.
3 rounds a day, once a day.
Damn. So 3 rounds a day, meaning
You can cast it, you activate the ability, you have 3 rounds.
okay. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. I gotcha. Can't hear you.
I wasn't talking.
Brandon was.
So like so like fairy fire would be like double for 3 rounds, then it'll go back to normal.
Yeah, essentially.
So if we did insect plague, it's a 30 feet
It would be
centered
60.
on a point,
It
and
could
it's 60.
It could be 60. You have the choice. You control.
And then it's double the damage as well.
Double the damage as well.
And then disadvantage on all saving throws.
Does that mean
Damn.
he just doubled fireball?
Basically.
I don't have fireball.
But if he did, then he had double damage, double
Yeah, if I did. But I do have.
radius.
Hey, before we
Think of other
leave,
things.
could you bestow upon me this one spell?
It's called Wish.
Like the perfect evolution of beard growth. Polar Knights. Well, thank you for following Polar Knights. I don't actually understand what you mean by the perfect evolution of beard growth, but oh, I think he's talking about you fuckers as we go across the screen.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to have a baby face. My wife would kill me if I didn't. Yeah.
Trying to get laid.
Trying to get laid. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Damn.
You
Nice.
receive your
So
you receive a significant buff once a day.
yeah. So with like a celestial, like if I summoned a celestial, would that be doubled also?
Anything that can be justifiably doubled can be doubled. Not all things fall under this category, unfortunately.
2 celestials.
Say the
So, but if-
the spell commune, you can't talk to 2 deities, you know. But it would
Okay.
double. But it would double the amount of questions you.
But what
Okay.
if he wants to talk to the same deity twice?
They have to count the spell twice. Idiot.
Hey, sorry to bother you again for the second
Right,
time
right.
in 2 minutes.
Mr. McKnight would do that.
Oh,
Good.
Yeah.
it's just hey, nice to see you. Oh, sorry, someone's on the other line. Let me put you on hold. Oh,
Wow.
hi again.
Wait, so if he did like enhanced ability, then he could do it on 2 people, and it's double the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spells
Yeah,
in here that
basically.
would be
Okay.
pretty fucking awesome.
No, that is that. You
Who's ready to
Yeah.
die
you
next session?
feel the chamber doors open behind you. As the braziers
Is that
go
feather
out
and
one
the
by one.
scale still?
Still there.
Okay.
Please don't steal the scales of.
I'm gonna step on the scale. No, no,
The
just
scales of Anubis, I'm gonna steal them. Yes.
Yeah,
No, I'm
That
not.
would be weird
That-
for you, because it's
that would
such
be a
beautiful
cool one
effect.
shot.
That would be
stealing the scales of Anubis.
campaign over. That would be.
Can't- Yeah. We just lost our healer. So
Yeah, your life would have. Yeah, if you would have put that feather on the scale, you'd have died instantly.
ooh.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, you have the ability to leave the. I'm getting fucking hot, motherfucker.
Take off some clothes.
Are there any inscriptions on the wall? No. It's just a blank room.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna boogie on out.
Gonna boogie on out. You guys
woogie.
all make it back to the cart, and you see, as you guys are leaving the chamber, you see the old king still standing there, and he kind of looks at you. I think it would just be Mr. McKnight and Elias at this point, because all the other ones are further up. But no. Indeed, the great many deeds do they put this place. Now we can all go. You see several ghostly knights step out, all of the same hue, wearing that armor that was on the ground in a ghostly visage. They all give you a very courteous bow and fade as a tunnel around you collapse.
Oh.
Hi,
Leave
Ted.
it.
Woogie out of there.
Yeah. You guys fucking haul ass.
Is
By the
the
time-
larger tunnel collapsing as well?
Oh,
or just
while
that?
I'm
collapsing
while I'm going out, I'm gonna cast detect magic on the spots I did detect magic. Okay.
So I have a purely scientific question. If I fly super high
Uh,
and I shoot a bullet directly down, does that increase the velocity of the bullet, increasing the damage?
no.
There
Based
is no
on what
gravity.
I know about science, I think it eventually slows down to,
Just
Terminal-
maxes.
to terminal velocity.
terminal velocity.
Yeah.
In which case, it would just hit
Because
whatever's there.
I
But
would say the air resistance would eventually lower the speed to terminal velocity, I think.
and then you would have to target an individual that is moving or maybe staying straight, and then you have to put in wind and
Complicated.
we're
shit.
gonna know with science.
There's your science.
Indeed.
But
They're
he
all-
has sharpshooter.
In D&D, they're always standing still.
that was like my first thought. It was like purely scientific thought.
That's true. That's true. They are always standing still. I never thought about that. That's weird.
Yep, run to a stop.
Cool. Yeah, you guys make it. Hello. I'm echoing for you, Nate. I'm lighting up on your end. I'm hearing you through. I'm hearing me through you.
False.
Okay, hello.
Fake news.
Now I'm not. Alright, we're good.
Yeah, I could hear it too first.
Yeah, and you guys, I'm assuming you skibbity bop out of the tunnel. Alright.
Yes.
I
guys-
don't know how to drive this thing.
You guys skibbity boopity
Bob
bop
dropping.
out of the tunnel, and you find yourself being waited on by that one individual. That is where we're going for the night.
Ugh.
Oh, great. Alright, I apologize if I spoke over anyone's fucking scenes.
You guys need to chill the fuck out with the jokes, my guys. Jesus Christ, this has been a rough
8
day.
inches! Let's go!
Alright, thank you for watching. Polar Knights, thank you for following. Hope you catch us on our next one. And I apologize for our constant line that we're going to be saying at the end here, but like always,
Go.